Hello, everyone. Welcome to Big COC Energy. I'm Zraitor, your keeper, and I recently brought a group together from both Reddit and Discord posts to run the published scenario Edge of Darkness, starring a bit of a Philistine as Sidney Lockhart, a 26-year-old antique dealer, Song of Bird as Sister Margaret O'Neil, a 22-year-old nun and nurse, EeiddKlabe as Reese Ogdenberger, a 45-year-old artist, and DuckerQuackson as Robert Cross, a 30-year-old bootlegger. Rupert Merriweather is a 65-year-old former anthropology teacher at Miskatonic University. He's open-minded, kind, and an all-around likable man. He also believes strongly that there's good inside of everyone. This has led to him forming many bonds with people from all walks of life. Unfortunately, he was forced to retire from teaching. He would have continued on as long as his mind and body allowed, and dropped out of society a year ago. Rumors of his illness spread, but he has decided to keep the battle against his condition private until finally, nearing the end, he sends out word for 5 associates and friends to join him at what seems to be his deathbed. All right, so we begin at St. Mary's Teaching Hospital, which is located in downtown Arkham, adjacent to the historic Miskatonic University. The hospital boasts the latest in modern equipment and techniques, as well as some of the best medical practitioners on the Eastern Seaboard. The information desk in the main lobby provides directions to Meriwether's private third-floor room. And then we already have all 5 investigators. You all filed in there, and I guess you're all looking at one another. I don't know if you'd have any conversation, if you all play coy that you don't know why you're there or not.
I'm one of the staff at the hospital, so
That's true. You would have come from somewhere in the hospital. They would have come from the front door, I imagine.
I think my character Robert Cross is just adjusting his like bright orange tie and leaning against a wall, just waiting on any more information.
Reese is a bit of a larger man in the belly area, but overall he's a pretty small guy. He's got paint still dry on his fingers and under his nails, as well as some stains on this little smock that he's wearing over some regular, not quite dress pants. And he approaches the sister and kind of does an awkward wave. I'm just checking in to see Rupert. Guess I'll wait over here.
Then we have
My character, Sidney, would probably just be waiting about in the waiting area. Maybe like sketching something in a sketch pad. Well,
I had originally planned to play some kind of nurse character, but I figured the sister would lead you to the room. That would make the most sense.
yeah. So Sister Margaret, she's a thin woman, average height. Everything but her face is covered in like a wimple, and then her what's the word for it? It's not a cassock, but it's like a gown. You know what nuns wear, right?
I just thought it was called a habit.
A habit, right? A habit. But her face looks young. She has light blue eyes, and she kind of gives the 3 men that look that only nuns can really give. Just kind of appraising, just a bit intimidating, but also gentle. And she says, "You're friends of Rupert's."
Yes, that's correct. He came into my establishment several times, and I consider him a friend.
yep.
Your establishments. I haven't been around Arkham very much. What establishment is that?
I work at the Quartz Collective bookstore down in town.
She smiles.
Don't mean to be short or anything, sister, but yes, I consider myself a friend of his.
I've been taking care of him as he stayed here. I'll lead you up to him if you're ready.
That would be great.
Okay, so
All right, if
she
everyone
leads
is
him up to the room.
I
all
guess.
right. So the sister leads you through the hospital. You find your way into the room and go inside. You see Merriweather. He's He's not as you remember him. He's pale. His skin is wrinkled. He looks closer to 100 than he did the 60-year-old man that you remember. He motions you all inside. As you walk inside, you see that there's a woman there. She's wearing black. She's grieving to a handkerchief. You see a man. He's maybe early 30s and he's wearing a nice suit. He's got very weaselly features, but he's not too bad looking. And he regards you with a sneer. And then Merryweather, he dismisses them both and he says hello to everyone.
My God, you have been, you appear to have aged 40 years.
Yes, this cancer, it's defeated me, I have to admit.
I apologize. I shouldn't bring up such things.
Well, I am here. We don't need to play coy. I'm on my deathbed. I do appreciate you all making it.
I haven't heard from you in many years. I'm glad I at least get the opportunity to say thank you. Because of your generosity and connections, I've managed to make myself a rather wealthy man.
Well, you were always interesting to talk to. That was no problem.
Thank you. I've managed to do well for myself.
I wish everyone were so lucky.
What could I possibly do to repay you in this moment?
Well, I do have a story to tell. But if anyone has anything they would like to, I guess, say as their last words to me, I will take them.
Rupert, I'll always miss our talks, good sir. You always gave me such guidance in times when I needed it, and I appreciate you for it.
Well, you are a good man, despite what you may think about your life choices.
Thank you. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Not unless you have a cure for cancer, young man.
Robert chuckles a little bit and just takes a step back, let the others speak to him.
I'll leave you with a sister or Sidney if they wish, or they don't wish, that's fine as well.
Sister Margaret steps forward and places both of her hands around one of his, and she says, she kind of just sits there for a moment at the bedside, and she says, thank you for opening up your heart to God and to Jesus at the end of your life.
Well, I figured there was no better time. Although I wasn't always the biggest, most devout person, I do believe in the word of God.
Assuming that discussion is finished.
Yeah.
Sidney walks up to talk and says, he pauses for a minute, kind of contemplating what to say, and just says, thank you for
I think he'll catch your pause and say, well, you were always a favorite student of mine. You were very bright.
Yeah, in character, he is kind of emotional looking, and he just says, "Thank you for teaching me, I guess, and I'll miss your visits."
I know of your dream to become an archaeologist, and I'm ashamed to say I won't be there to help you realize it.
And Sidney nods and backs up a bit.
All right, then. He sees that everyone's done, and through a little coughing and pausing, he says, I have been preparing a speech in my mind, and as these are my last words, I'll ask that you just let me get them out, and I realize how they're going to sound. I'm maybe dying, but I'm not a fool. So I shall begin. In my youth, I and some fellow students became involved in what we believe to be an innocent exploration of the occult. Led by a slightly older man named Marion Allen, the six of us purchased an old farmhouse a few miles west of Arkham, near the village of Ross's Corners. There we could conduct seances and other psychical research in privacy. Alas, our work had unforeseen results. Our last experiment summoned an evil force into this world. Instead of attempting to expel the thing, we were afraid and abandoned the old house, confident that the magic that brought the evil to this world would also keep it confined in the vacant house or send it back after a short time. However, I have since discovered that the spell that binds this entity to the house lasts only as long as the casters live. I am the last of the group, and I fear that upon my death, the thing will go free and wreak havoc on the folks thereabouts. I am too old, too ill, and too much of a coward to go back to that house to try to banish it myself. I am guilty of many things, but my deepest sin was unleashing that horror that fateful night. I am convinced the entity will escape its confinement on my death. Take the box, and you see him gesturing towards the metal box that's been on a nightstand next to him the whole time. All the aid I can offer you lies within. You must find the courage to send that thing back to where it came from. You must see that this is done. Do this for me, please. And as he ends, he goes into a coughing fit.
Oh,
Okay. Sister Margaret remains by his side as he's saying this, and she feels her hands kind of going cold. She holds on to Rupert and tries to make sense of what he's saying.
I think Robert just kind of has like a stone cold expression on his face, and he begins like trying to think about like what this could really mean, and like tries to establish like if this is some kind of metaphor or if he's being serious. I think in his mind he's thinking like maybe he was left something at this house, and like only the bravest would be able to claim this boon of his or something.
Sidney would, assuming Merriweather doesn't or didn't like object, would have taken out his sketch pad and started like, I guess, taking notes on what is being said as soon as like he heard that it was.
No, he wouldn't have even noticed. He was all his energy was focused on giving that last speech.
And like as it got more bizarre, he would have been taking notes more and more frantically, trying to get as much information down as possible.
I think there's maybe a few too many of us in here. Might be upsetting him some. I never know him to be a religious man. Sister, no offense. It appears as though his religiosity is a bit of a newer belief system. I mean, he's always believed in God, but I mean, demons. We never talked about freeing demons.
He gives, what's your character's name?
I'm Reese. Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't introduce myself.
She kind of gives Reese a look and she says, we don't speak of demons either. She just kind of shakes her head and she suddenly looks deep in thought. Looks like she's deep in thought.
Yeah, Sidney would probably. He kind of interjects and says, "Even if this isn't really demons, we should investigate. It is his dying wish, and all."
I guess you're right. I keep putting my foot in my mouth.
If it is his will that he wanted us to go there, I think we owe him at least that.
I certainly do. I gotta agree with you there. Least I can do.
Well, all that's left then is one of you to pick up the box. Who's going to pick it up?
I'll pick it up.
Right, you go up towards the box, and Merriweather's a coughing fit goes into overdrive, and he blood pours from his mouth all over to you.
Oh man!
And the sight of it's so horrific. I need a sanity roll from everybody.
Right.
39 under 70.
So you succeeded. Take no damage.
Okay, looks like
a
I
7.
failed.
All right, the sister takes 1 damage of sanity.
I got a 7, so
You got a
Oh,
7.
man.
I believe that's a success.
4 over 70
4 over 7?
or 74.
Oh, so you failed.
Yeah.
Okay, you take 1 sanity damage. And that was Robert.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I guess the both of you, as your involuntary action, you would kind of stumble backwards in fright. Or in disgust, we'll say. You're not fright. Disgust is probably better.
Yeah. Sister Margaret is crossing herself and she's looking to the door. She's wondering if she should get the priest now. Or
Yeah, it's very
Someone
clear.
else.
This is his death throes. It's over. for him.
yeah. She's gonna run and get a priest.
All right, and we'll say the noise and it draws in the doctors, the nurses, and the priest as well. And you guys are rushed out back into the waiting room.
Yep, I grab the box
And yes, Sidney
try
has the
and-
box. So there you are, about an hour later, and you were informed that Rupert is dead. And you have this strange box in your hands.
Did you say there were two other people in the room with us when we got there?
Yes, there was his wife and his son. I guess if you would know them in your background, I guess they're right to find that. But if you would know that, then then yes, that's who they were.
I think Robert would have wanted to speak to them if there was any moment after that, or would there have been no time after?
Well, he dismissed them because he didn't want them to hear what he was going to say.
Oh, I see.
They're
Okay.
still hanging around.
They should be in the hospital. I mean, he just died. I'm sure they were alerted.
I think, sorry.
I think Sister Margaret's going to try and find them if they're still in the hospital.
I think Robert was thinking the same thing. He wanted to have a word with them.
All right, we'll say that the commotion has died down and you return to the room, which is the most likely place they would be. And it's pretty much a repeat of the scene before, but Rupert is dead and his wife is she's inconsolable and she's there just grieving, quietly crying to herself. And then you see his son. He looks, his eyes meet whoever walks into the door.
Sister Margaret is going to go first, and she's going to look to his wife and say, Mrs. Merriweather, I am so sorry for your loss. I took care of him since the time he's been here. If there's anything I could do for you, please.
She just whimpers out weakly no. She can barely compose herself to have a conversation.
And she's also going to take a look at the son. Now, would Rupert talk about his son to me?
I would say yes. He would have given you like
Okay.
an idealized version of his son. See only what he wants to see.
Yeah,
think
what
that would be
kind
clear
of
to
things
you.
did he say?
He's very smart. He's making a lot of money as a high-powered lawyer. He's a good man. There's, as far as he is concerned, his blindness and his fatherhood. I think you would pick up on that.
Right.
But you see a sneering young man looking at you, not very nicely.
Well, in that case, I'm just going to give him just going to kind of bow my head and, as a consolation.
How old does his son look? Like, is he
Early 30s?
early 30s? Hello there. I was a good friend of your father's. We had many long conversations, and I considered him a friend.
Well, I've never heard of you.
There may be a
What-
good reason for that. If you wouldn't mind, I'd love to speak with you outside.
If you insist, I guess. Kind of grieving, but all right.
If it's too soon, I understand completely. I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
You just kind of weakly gestures, lead the way.
All right. I think we just like walk outside and we'll just check around if there's anybody nearby.
I'll say it's kind of quiet in the hospital now after the big commotion.
Mm.
It's probably like a room you can duck into that no one's there.
Gotcha. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I work a business a bit underground is where I met your father. I know people deal with things in many different ways and people experience loss in many different facets, but I just wanted to know that if you need a place to go, you've got one with me. And I just hand him a card that says Opal Haven Access on it. I say if you ever need an escape, you can always head to the Quartz Collective and they'll help you there if you show them this.
And what is this Opal Haven?
He says, well, if I know people deal with loss in many ways, and some find solace in the bottom of a bottle. So you're welcome to head here.
You see him shake his head and he gives a quick laugh. Sir, you do realize I'm a lawyer? You just handed this to me.
Well then, I know.
If I were the wrong kind of person, I could use this against you, and I might be.
Well, crap. Let's just forget about this.
He says, I'll hold on to this
Jerk.
case I need it.
Meanwhile, Reese will head to the wife.
And you see him walk away with the smug look on his face back into the room.
Well, I cheered him up, I guess.
All right, what does Reese want to do with this woman? She looks like she's no good for any or no capability for any conversation, I'll say.
Reese just sits down next to her and he just kind of nods and reaches a hand slowly over, puts it on the back of one of her hands, and just goes, I know that these times can be hard and people turn to religions and things like that. But know that if money is at all a factor, I will be more than happy to take care of any of the funerary arrangements. It won't be a problem. And then he just continues to sit with her for a little bit until she leaves or he has a reason to go himself.
I would say you guys are probably the ones that would leave because they need to make arrangements and all that stuff.
Since I've been in the hospital room, I'm going to kind of gently approach the widow, and I'm going to mention that I'm going to say that before he passed, he said a few things that were a bit alarming.
I'll say that the son came back in the room and he's going to take over, and he's like, "What kind of things, sister?" And he puts a little, emphasis on it.
She kind of looks towards him, looks up, and she kind of seems to be turning over how to say it. He believes that something strange happened to him in a cabin years and years ago with his friends.
He's never spoken to that of us, and we don't know anything about any other property that he owns.
Sister Margaret kind of continues with that. Did he write in diaries? Did he keep journals? Anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of, although I'm not aware of these other things, so perhaps. I mean, I have his inheritance. I can go through everything.
She nods. It would be good to look through that then. If you wouldn't mind, I would like to know as well. I spent the better part of last year with him, and the things he told me, they put me at unease.
Well, my father was a learned man. I'm sure he knew many strange things.
She kind of folds her fingers and says, he asked us to do something
Well,
for him.
that is strange. I can't really justify why he would ask. I know he had a wide circle of acquaintances, but
He wants us to.
did he give you anything? Because if he did, that's my inheritance. You understand?
She kind of shakes her head
No,
and said, he wants us to check on this house.
Well, that would be my house as well now.
Well, you
Where-
wouldn't mind then.
show us where it is.
Oh, I've just learned of it. I will have to go
You
through all
own
the
it?
paperwork. Yes, but I've only just learned of its existence in this conversation.
Okay.
So, are you hiding the box, Sidney?
Well, my Sydney would probably have been waiting outside
Uh,
throughout this, kind of just like trying to process all the
Okay.
stuff that's going on, figure
So-
out.
As long as he doesn't see the box, he can't comment on it. I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have been like obvious with it. I don't know.
And then he just looks at anyone. Is there anything else I can do for you, fine people?
I'm good. And I start walking out of the room, or Reese starts walking out of the room, just kind of awkwardly and wringing his hands together. He doesn't like the feel that this guy gives off, and I don't think
Yeah.
that that's a secret.
No, he's being pretty openly hostile.
Sister Margaret, she just kind of looks at him one last time and says, I'm willing to help you get his affairs in order. I'll be here.
Well, sister,
Please
I
come by and
appreciate
ask for
that.
me.
I appreciate the help, but I'm a lawyer. I know what I'm doing, and I know how this is going to sound, and you're not going to think very kindly of me, but I'm going to have to bar you all from going to his funeral. We're going to keep it small and family.
She makes a tight line with her lips and leaves the room.
All right, and that leaves Robert. I guess still in the room,
Uh,
or did you actually go back? My bad. My
I think
apologies.
Robert probably would have headed back to wait with Sidney. Sidney outside of the room. It's like, well, that did not go well, Sidney.
Near like the tail end of their conversations, I think Sydney would have like kind of examined the box, not like opened it or whatever, but just
Yeah,
looked it over.
the box itself is just a metal container. There's
Just
nothing
ordinary. Okay.
nothing stands out about it.
Just checking.
So you're all going to reconvene somewhere, or?
I guess we go to the cafeteria.
All right, you enter to the cafeteria. You have this box. Is this where you wish to examine the contents, or no? Or would you like to go somewhere else?
Does the cafeteria look crowded, or is there any like little corner secluded off to it?
I guess we established it's about 2 p.m., so there'd probably be people in there eating.
Mm.
It is a hospital. You
Sister
could-
Margaret's going to get an egg salad sandwich. She's just gonna kind of sit there eating
Okay.
it resolutely.
Sydney's gonna like place the box down on the table and contemplate opening it for a bit before asking the group, so should we open it here, or
Maybe we
is this
should
a more private situation?
go somewhere more private. It seems like the son was eager to get his hands on anything he could, so we don't want to risk the chance of him coming down here. I'm sure assholes get hungry too.
I agree with you there. I tried to reach out to him, but I think I might have blew that lead, possibly that connection.
Sister Margaret's going to be looking around the cafeteria for the widow because we didn't really see the widow leave.
No, the widow is still in the room. You didn't see her leave after the end of that conversation.
Yeah, she's going. Sister Margaret says, maybe the three of you can open the box. I'm going to be waiting for the widow. I'd like to talk to her alone.
Man, do you have like an office or something? Or
Well, it's easy for me to say that since the sister works here, surely she would know some quiet room to don't feel all in if you wanted to remain in the hospital.
Yeah, I would know. I would know a quiet room. There's like a little chapel, and nobody's really goes to it between services. So I'll tell them where it's at.
All right, so you all head to this religious center. I guess it's like what the smaller religious group in the thing where people can practice their faith.
Yeah, it's like every hospital's got a little chapel in it.
Okay.
But
And you wanted to return to the
Sister
room?
Margaret's going to actually, she's not going to go back to the room, but she's going to go to a place where she thinks she can intercept the widow as she walks out and just kind of wait there.
I think what will happen is you would see the son leave because he has things
Right.
to deal with, and she's inconsolable at the moment. So if you wanted to try your luck, you can go ahead and talk to her.
Yeah, I'm going to wait until I see her son leave. I'm going to wait around and then try to
Yeah,
get
That is
try
what
to
you
get to
see.
speak to her
Yeah.
in person.
Maybe you wait we'll speed up like an hour, and we'll say she leaves or he leaves, and you can go in if you like.
Okay. I go back in, I knock at the door gently, and then I kind of approach, and I'm gonna just take a look at her. How does she look compared to how she looked a couple hours ago?
She's definitely calmed down, but she's still in a very bad state. You can try sharing a few words. Maybe she will respond.
Yeah, I'm gonna share that he spoke very well of his family to me while he was lying there. He would often speak of you and your son, and he's very proud of you all.
I think she'll say in like a very quiet voice, it's weakly, thank you. He loves people, really, especially his family. I don't know how I'm going to go on without him.
She offers a hand.
I realized he was battling cancer. The chances weren't good, but I still had a hope that he'd win in the end.
Unfortunately, we all have to go someday.
Yeah,
She
but
offers a hand.
it's just too soon.
It always feels that way. You must have loved him.
Oh yeah, I've never loved anyone else in my whole life.
She kind of, Sister Margaret just kind of raises her free hand to her heart for a second. And after a brief pause, she says that he shared some unusual things. Shared some unusual things with us. He mentioned a cabin, and
I've never heard of anything like this.
do you know if he kept diaries, journals?
No, he definitely didn't keep any.
She kind of nods, and she says, he asked us for one last favor. He wants us to go to this cabin and sort something out for him.
She kind of just pauses and she says, and will you?
She says quietly, "Yes, we will."
I don't know what to say other than thank you, I guess.
If you have anything that might help us, anything about earlier in his life,
Uh,
if you feel like sharing it,
I honestly
it
don't
would
know
be much
anything.
appreciated.
He was always open with me, or so I thought.
Nobody
you-
shares everything with everyone, even
have you
those we're
tried
close to.
asking Bertrand? Maybe he knows.
Bertrand is
The son,
the son. Okay.
the rude man from earlier.
Right. Margaret kind of sighs and says, if you need anything.
No, I just need the time. I need to move on. I need to figure out what's next for me and my family.
Sister Margaret nods and walks out the door.
Are you going back with them?
Yeah.
Because I went you all together for just to be open. All right, so then you guys you're in the chapel. We'll say that you would have opened it up before she arrived, so we'll just go through it. Then she comes in somewhere in the middle of that.
Well, this isn't my preferred setting, but I guess the privacy will have to do. You want to do the honors there? You said Sidney?
Yeah, Sidney. I suppose. And I open up the box.
All right, so we will go through this one at a time. You see a bunch of papers. You see like a golden sarcophagus in there. We'll go through it bit by bit. The first thing you see is an envelope with a deed and a key to a farmhouse on Boone Road near Ross's Corner, a village west of Arkham. It seems to be drawn up in 1876. And I'll say, if any of you have been in Arkham for a while, then you know where this is. It's not, there's no mystery in finding it.
What's the place called?
It is it's an old farmhouse on Boone Road near Ross's Corner, which is a village west of Arkham. I believe the second thing is it's a slim journal. It's handmade. The ink is faded. Now this thing has a lot of handouts. This is why I wanted you all together. So you might have to take turns reading it. This would be too much for one person. And this is that box that you see. It's a smaller box that's inside of that box. I guess it seems huge. I don't think it's meant to be that huge. I think the picture is wrong. I think it's smaller than that, but
Yeah,
so I don't see how that would fit inside the metal box, but I didn't draw that picture, so all right. So are we looking at the journal or are we looking at the box? I'll let you guys decide.
I love a good slim journal.
Yeah, and I think Sidney would go for the sarcophagus right away because
All right,
he's interested.
Sarcophagus will be quicker. So yeah, obviously you see the hieroglyphics on the outside. If you want to recognize them, you would need history or archaeology roll.
Oh, I am very good at archaeology.
Which I guess that's why you're excited, because you're the archaeologist.
Yes, it is his field of study. Okay, I'm all right at archaeology. I'm better at anthropology. But oh no.
Well, you rack your brain. It looks like your education has failed you. You don't recognize it.
Okay. I've got a 10 in history, so
I mean, everyone
might
can
make
try
it.
if they really want to.
Yeah,
You're all looking at it.
I might
so
as well.
Oh.
History, you said?
I'll let you try history as well if you have it. Okay.
So should I re-roll?
Yeah, I'm going to take a reroll. We'll say you tried your hieroglyphic skill first, then you're really just going to rack your brain to see what makes sense in
Okay.
history to you.
Okay. So C-roll.
This is just the background
75
information. It's
T.
not a big well, no, sorry.
I got no clue what I'm looking at.
I guess you're just rattled by the death of your mentor, and you're a little sad.
Yeah, I am not focused right now.
All right, so unfortunately, you can't figure out the outside of it, and on the inside of it, you do see different carvings, which aren't anything like what you would think. So I'm going to need an occult roll for those.
I've got a 10 in occult.
If anyone's looking at it, can try if they like. It's a big gold box, or all eyes would all be drawn towards it. It's all good.
I'll give a cult a try. I got a 25 in it, but I
Alright.
failed.
Oh.
Failed to
Oh.
the 76.
Okay. It's gonna be one of those games. I say it's not a big deal if you fail this. It's all right. It's just background information. So please don't spend any luck. Don't be pushing, don't do anything silly.
That's a neat box.
So yeah, it's just like what you said. It's just a neat box. You all just kind of shrug. Oh well. All right, then I believe it's Reese who's opening up this slim journal, which they call slim. There's going to be a lot of reading, so if you want to take turns, I'll let you figure all that out on your own as a group. right, here is page 1 of the journal. As you open it up, whoever wants to read it, you can take turns. I don't know. Like I said, unfortunately, there's a lot of reading in front.
Marion Allen has acquired an artifact, purportedly Egyptian. Appears to be a small sarcophagus of gold. Inside is a large piece of amber, which entraps a specimen of some unknown species of arthropod. Allen is very excited as the box corresponds to a description he found in an ordinary reference volume in our university's Orne Library. Allen says that in another book, De Vermis Mysteriis, is an explanation of the powers of the box. The text says the small animal trapped in amber is actually the host to a bound jinn, a guide to the spirit world. Allen says the tome mentions that originally there were 4 such pieces of amber contained inside the box. There's no mention of what happened to the other 3. We agreed, and a date has been set to conduct a ceremony intended to summon the jinn, which Allen assures us will be friendly. We've chosen the night of Saturday, 18th of March, the night before the new moon.
Somebody else want to take over their next entry?
Sure. March 19th, 1877. We began the ceremony as Allen instructed, according to that described in De Vermis Mysteriis. A fire is set in the fireplace and a pentagram chalked on the floor, marked with appropriate symbols and illuminated by 2 black tapers placed near the center. Flanking the piece of amber with its entrapped spirit, the others sit in a circle, while I, the designated watcher, who guards from malevolent spirits, sit in the corner of the room. At least I get the comfort of a chair, while the others can look forward to sitting on the floor for hours. Allen throws a handful of powder in the fire, producing an evil-smelling smoke, and dampening the flames, which now burn a sputtering green and brown. Those seated on the floor begin the Latin chant Allen has transcribed from his book. After nearly 2 hours, I see a trail of smoke circling up from the piece of amber. Its surface seems to be bubbling and melting. Can this be? Have we finally achieved success? I can see a form.
And did we comment on that, or do we keep reading the next page?
Sister Margaret just scoffs and just shakes her head in disgust. Like, she kind of looks around at the surrounding chapel and purses her lips.
Sidney is absolutely enraptured. This is incredible.
I think Robert I think Robert is like definitely treating it like a fiction or fantasy novel. Just seems to be like trying to scan it for hidden meaning when there, I guess, isn't one.
Mhm.
I'd love to say this is an elaborate hoax of some kind, but I mean, who waits 40 years to pay off a joke?
Well, those are the thoughts that go through you as we get to. Fortunately, there is 4 of these. I don't know why they set this up this way. And now I see the problem as I do this. I'll start off with March 20th, 1877. We have finished with our plans and have sworn a pact never to speak of what happened last night. We have satisfactorily explained the death of poor Robert, in some manner, the madness of Harold. The sheriff accepts the explanation of a carriage accident. We planned it well. Robert's neck was broken in the fall. We told him Harold struck his head on a rock when the horse's leg broke and the carriage rolled. Would it be that it was only that? For the rest of us, we will be forever changed by what we experienced last night. I will write down the true events so they are not lost completely. The thing formed in the center of the pentagram, shapeless and nearly invisible. Its terrible voice should have given us a clue, but we were so foolish. It spoke, and Allen cast that damn powder on the jinn, the dust of Ibn Ghazi, he called it, and that's when we can all see it clearly. Words cannot adequately describe the faceless thing with 1,000 mauls. It whirled and bubbled, never fully revealing itself at any one time. So terrifying was its aspect that I was frozen in place, my pen falling from my nervous fingers. Cecil and Allen seemed as lifeless as myself, while a short, sharp cry issued from Crawford's mouth. Robert, however, rose to his feet, and before anyone could stop him, stepped forward as though to embrace our horrible guest. With its arms, or those appendages that seemed most like arms, it took hold of poor Robert and twisted his head around as though he was a doll. The lifeless corpse was then thrown back in Harold's lap, and that's when he began that damnable shrieking, the shrieking that hasn't stopped since, even after we handed him over to the sheriff's men. We still had a chance, apparently. Alan now believes that if we kept our wits, we could have reversed the summoning and forced the creature back to wherever it came from. But Crawford panicked and, mistakenly believing that it would dispel the creature, reached forward and destroyed part of the pentagram, breaking the seal and ending its effectiveness. Released from that binding symbol, the thing, with a screech that could only have been unholy satisfaction, was ejected from the house, disappearing out the window as a roaring, screaming wind of boiling colors. And what are we thinking now, guys?
I can't help but notice that Rupert isn't a character in here, unless you're saying he's the eye, in which case he's admitting to a murder. I don't think
I mean, he's the one.
this must be some kind of, maybe his son is up to something. I
definitely don't trust his son.
This isn't right at all.
Would I recognize any of the names that are being mentioned? Like maybe he.
Nope, this is a group
mentioned-
from 40 years ago, and he's never shared any of this with any of you.
All right.
Sister Margaret clutches her rosary, and she kind of looks to the men who are with her, and she says, Now you may scoff, but our history, and it's full of these things that can't be explained. And I see no reason why he would lie. This may be a demon. She kind of, as she says it, she kind of turns pale and looks around, wondering if anybody else is listening.
I don't believe it could be that sort. This must be some kind of trick or test or trial to claim his inheritance, or like it's a lesson of some kind that he's trying to teach us. I don't know. He always sought to see better in me, so perhaps this will bring out the best of me in the end. I'm prepared to go to the house to see what this is all about.
It's like some sort of live action role playing or something.
I could see that being the
Yeah, for
case.
sure. These are entries, so I guess two of you can trade off.
I can read the next entry. March 24th, 1877. Alan intends to leave Arkham and travel to find a solution to this crisis. He said that he intends to seek out occult scholars in New Orleans. I pray that he is successful, but my hopes are not high at this point. He insisted that I be custodian of the gold sarcophagus and not show it to anyone. What's even more odd is that he instructed me to not visit or even live in Boston. I can only guess as to why, as he will not tell me his reasoning, apart from his insistence that it is for my own safety. Marion still thinks that the thing could yet be destroyed, or at least dispelled, but none of us who remain have the stomach for such an undertaking. I hope he can find a way to safely banish it without another of us falling to its malevolent grip.
Okay, I'll read the last one. We now believe the spell we cast to summon it inextricably bound the thing to the house. Alan went back this morning to retrieve some of our belongings and store our ritual accoutrement. He says that he heard it bumping in the attic above his head, cursing him all the while. He said that it also told him that it only has to wait us out. When we who are present are all dead, it will roam the earth freely, slaughtering and feasting. Thankfully, the warning signs carved by Alan during better times that seem so long ago, apparently are effective and bar the thing entry except to the attic of the farmhouse. I might be able to sleep a few hours tonight knowing it is bound to the attic and cannot harm anyone else. I am hopeful for the first time since we stupidly released it from the amber. If I told him the truth, then we'd have time to seek the answers. God be with you in your search, my friend. Sister Margaret crosses herself kind of involuntarily and then closes the journal and puts it aside as though it's some foul thing that needs to be discarded.
As she does that, you all realize there was one more part to read. If you just keep that in mind, go ahead.
Oh.
I mean, it's okay that she did that, but you all know there's more
Yeah,
to
she
read.
just can't take any more of this.
I guess Robert will pick it up to look at the last section.
All right, there's like what we're party pros.
Are there any like any of the like glyphs or symbols they were talking about in this journal?
There are not.
Okay.
All right, you can read the entry, then I'll read the news thing.
All right. October 14th, 1877. I just discovered that Madison Allen is dead, and he has been dead for some months now. He was murdered in New Orleans this past August. I suspect that he spoke to the wrong sort of people about the things he has seen, and they killed him. The newspaper mentions the sarcophagus, so they must have been after the gold. That is 3 of us gone now. I must do something. I've already begun ancient history classes at university, so I believe I will try to research the problem at the farmhouse in that manner. Perhaps I will uncover an ancient secret of how to rid our world of that beast in my own way.
All right, and then there's a news report that's been taped to the journal. It's dated August 14th, 1887. Brutal murder at the docks. New Orleans, the body of Mr. Marion Allen, late of Arkham, Massachusetts, was discovered early this morning near the Gulf and Panama docks. A victim of foul play, the man was identified by local witnesses who said that Mr. Allen had been seen in the locale the evening before. Although robbery was the apparent motive, police report that the victim had gruesome marks carved into his forehead and his tongue had been cut out. Mr. Allen had reportedly gone to the police earlier this week, claiming that he was being followed and that he feared for his life. He said his shadowy pursuers were after an Egyptian artifact which he no longer possessed. And then there was a group of names at the end, which I'm not going to read them, but they were all part of this group. You would pick up what the dates mean. I'll let you figure that out on your own. All right, yeah, that's when they died.
Yep.
So you called it out. I'll allow it.
Well, I guess if we write Rupert's death date in there, that means that the seal's broken, so I suppose we're supposed to go put it back. Any of you cast a spell before?
Can't say I have. So that whatever that thing is, if it even exists, it was bound to the attic. So I guess that means it's escaped the attic and is roaming the house.
She says, Sister Margaret kind of clears her throat and says, "What did they say about warning signs?"
I think that's what they used when they first summoned it, and then they disrupted it. I could be mistaken, but that's what I got out of that.
It seems like they somehow managed to put up some sort of ward for it in the attic.
Oh, it says Allen put warding signs carved in better times. He says it was long ago, so maybe before they summoned it,
that
he
would make more sense.
prepared
Mm.
the space. Seems like a smart thing to do.
Maybe that's what's keeping it in the house, but the one for the attic broke. I'm not sure.
Maybe, or maybe they're all broken. I don't know much about history, but I know that sometimes people think you can bind demons with metals and symbology and so forth. You expect maybe there's some truth to the Key of Solomon or something.
I'm not sure. I do think that if it was free to roam outside of the house, what would be the point in even returning to the house if that's what Rupert intended for us to do?
Oh, sure.
I'm not sure though. Maybe there's more to be found there.
What about the date? What did it say when they did the summoning before the moon or something?
Oh.
What if it's one of those anniversary deals?
Interesting.
Well, if the wards were carved, they could still be there even if the being has left, so perhaps he intends for us to try and repeat the containment at the very least, if we can't figure out a way to deal with it.
It's all assuming that this is even real and not even some test
Assuming
designed
that it's
by
real,
him.
of course.
Yeah, I think as you
Yes.
asked that question, I need a sanity check from all of you.
Oh,
The information in the book is finally settled into your minds. It counts. This technically counts as a mythos tome, so I need a sanity roll for everybody.
Oh yeah, I
Alrighty.
think we're good.
That'll be 25 under 70.
All right, so you pass. Robert passes. We need the sister, and we need Sidney.
Is there any loss for failure?
Oh no.
Yes, there you
Or
go.
sorry, loss for success?
No, you'll be fine. Just one sanity loss for everyone who failed. which I
Yep,
believe was
I failed.
sister and Sid. Then I want everyone to add one
Same roll.
One Cthulhu Mythos score in their character sheet.
Nice.
And then you could all check the occult skill as you learned a little of the occult. So you'll get a chance to improve that at the end of the game if you're alive. And so, despite your best efforts, you maybe don't want to believe it or not, but there's something here that makes you think something is real. Whether you're maybe not prepared to go beyond that step, but something is real here.
This is a bit grim for a joke. I'm not a religious man at all, but I mean, if you get rid of the word demon from it, maybe there's an explanation for it somewhere else. And maybe it's still very, very much real, like aliens.
Oh,
Nice.
could I roll like something to tell if this is or how different this is from myths about Jinn? I believe that was what he said it could be.
Sound like I guess you would know the stories of Jinn that they grant wishes and you summon them. Pretty sure everyone would know
Yeah.
that kind of basic stuff.
Yeah, so I would know this is nothing like that.
He's calling it a Jinn, but it doesn't work like a Jinn that you know of. I guess we'll go with that.
Well, he seemed to think it was a Jinn, but it doesn't seem like that.
I mean, it came out of that box, which I guess is kind of like a lamp. It's about the closest you get.
Have we opened the sarcophagus yet?
Yeah, it's already opened. That's
Okay,
why it's
okay.
empty. The implication is
see.
that it's empty and the creature came out of it.
Gotcha.
Do you think we need another person? There was somebody who was a watcher, so maybe the other participants are designated.
That's a good question. I'm not sure if we would need someone to fill each role they all had or not. I like where your head's at though.
Yeah, how to do the ritual isn't explained in what you have currently, so that's just you just have lingering doubts about it, I guess.
You'd think Rupert would have mentioned that though, with us being there. I'm not sure.
Perhaps our answers are at the house.
Seems so.
She just shakes her head and she says, I want this to be some kind of bad, sick joke, but Mr. Merriweather was not like that. He was lighthearted, even as he was dying of cancer. She just sighs.
That's what's getting to me too, is the knowledge that his integrity outweighs even my own disbelief.
No, I
It
just-
makes me
to make a hoax such as this.
it makes me trust in his words, as crazy as they may seem. I have to agree. I guess the house is the only logical next step. Looks like they bought it right
Right.
before they did this.
We should move quickly.
Well, I have a truck if we need transportation. It doesn't seat many, but it'll work.
I can hire a car. Shouldn't be
Alright.
a problem.
So is that the plan? We're going to the farmhouse?
Think so.
Is there anything you do in between? Do you go shopping, anything?
I think Robert would like to go back to his speakeasy and sort of warn them that he messed up. I don't know if I could like do that later in the day or if now would be the best time, but that was on his mind a little bit.
Well, you can do that then or arrive there later, I guess.
That's fine by me. I think I'll do that.
Yeah, Sidney would probably go and grab his truck just because, save on money, I guess.
Did you take the truck to the hospital or?
Oh, right. I don't know how far it would be from his antique shop. I guess if it would be far enough that getting back to the antique shop would be an issue, then he would have taken the truck anyways. I don't think it would be an issue.
We'll just say that
time-wise.
we'll just say the antique shop is on the other side of town where the hospital is. He took the truck.
Yeah,
Seems the
yeah,
simplest
that
way to go
works.
about it.
Sister Margaret's going to try to call her older brother Francis and let him know that she has to be out of Arkham for a few days, and that we shouldn't worry about her, and that she'll call him when she gets back. And she's also going to get a flask of holy water from a priest.
I mean, you're standing at a church, aren't you, essentially?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just say you get that when the priest comes back. Unless you guys want any of these scenes acted out or no, done in the background, I'll let it up to you.
We can just say that Roberts gets done in the background. He mainly just like goes in to warn them that he's given a card to the wrong fellow and thinks it might be best to close up and move locations, perhaps.
Yeah, you see them closing it down. I guess like what the walls spin around or whatever they would do with movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just tells you to
Um,
close down for a couple days. To be careful, and they'll put the word out. They'll look around. They'll tell the mob essentially who you work for. They probably
yeah,
would have noticed.
pretty much. Like I thought I could trust him, but I was mistaken. I should have done more research. Oh man.
I thought it was great. I don't know.
That sucked so bad. Oh man.
Well, I mean, most people aren't giant assholes like that guy is, so
Yeah, prohibition is not popular, except for against religious people. I guess are for it, but
Reese is going to give his sister a call. His sister Penelope Fitzgerald. She's married.
all right. Are we doing that, or does it happen in the background?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and call her up. Okay, operator. I'm looking for you to connect me to this number. It's for Penelope Fitzgerald. If you would, please. Thank you.
Says 1 moment, sir. Then she connects to the switchboard, and you hear a hello.
Hey, Penny. It's your brother.
Is she like your personality, or I don't know anything about this character?
Oh, I think maybe she'd probably be like an upbeat, normal person.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's my brother. How's it going?
Good. Look, I'm gonna go out of town for a weird thing.
A weird thing? Is this for one of your paintings, or
Don't.
are you still painting?
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you about that. If I don't come back, I need you to do two things.
Wait. If you don't come back, you can't just drop that on someone? What do you mean you don't come back?
If I no longer am here, I have two requests. The first would be do not, under any circumstances, come looking for me. And the other is you can sell all of my paintings. Okay?
No, not okay. You're my brother. You want me to come with you, or?
No. It's a weird.
I know. Maybe we don't
It's
see
a
each
weird
other as
old
much as we
guy.
used to.
It's a
but,
weird old guy thing. And it would be very embarrassing.
Weird old guy thing.
Yeah, remember Rupert?
That old man that gave you all that business, Rupert?
Yeah.
He was a nice guy, wasn't he?
Yeah. But don't get it wrong. But he asked me to do something.
It's not illegal, is it?
On his deathbed, he died 2 hours ago.
Wait, Rupert's dead?
Yeah. And I kind of feel like even if I don't want to, I have to. Obligated. I feel obligated.
Oh, I understand. Do I have permission to use your money to hire a private investigator if you disappear? Can we agree on that?
Sure, because I'll be dead.
Well, thanks for this phone call, brother.
Tell Mom I love her. Thanks.
I will. And we love you too.
You can sell all my paintings.
Okay. Do you hang up now, or?
You're not dead.
After you
dude.
traumatize your sister.
Yeah, I traumatized my sister real quick. Hang up the phone.
Yeah, okay. Then does that leave anybody? We have Rob took care of the speakeasy, you caught your sister. Sidney, I guess, is just taking his truck. I don't think he's doing anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just.
The
heading
sister,
back
she
house.
stayed back to get a priest to get holy water, which I guess you can add to your inventory if you like.
Yeah.
Just call it an item, just holy water, I guess.
Yeah, we should leave in the morning.
I think Robert
on
might
it.
also stop by his mom's house, his mom's house.
Okay, and that's reacting it out or background.
We can act this one out if you want.
I'm down for whatever you want. It's your guys'
Alright.
character in game.
All right, I guess I pull up to her like small little townhome.
You just need you to tell you what your mother's like, so you can try and do a
Uh,
little something.
Probably just like, sweet older lady.
Sweet older
Uh,
lady. All right.
I guess I just like walk up the porch, knock on the door.
Then your mother opens it, and I guess that she's a sweet old lady. She just immediately hugs you. And Robert,
Oh, hey Ma. I'm going out for a couple days on a business trip. I just wanted to bring some cash by for you and the family.
oh, wait, does your mom know about the mob connection, or
No, she just thinks that
okay?
the
So
bookstore is doing
she
real
thinks
good.
okay. That's what I wanted. Well, okay. You gonna stay safe out there?
Yep, of course. Just meeting with some colleagues. I hand her like a little envelope with probably about like $30-$40 in it.
Well, thank you, Robert. I appreciate you bringing money. Shouldn't we be? Are you gonna open a bank account, or I think I would feel safer
Uh,
with this money in the bank?
nah, I don't really trust banks that much.
Uh,
I think it's safer in cash. So when I head out of town, if things go a little bit longer, and I don't come back in a couple days, feel free to head to Pa's old bookshop, the Quartz Collective, in town. And if you look around a bit, you'll find Pa's old book on one of the shelves, and if you pull that, it'll open up a little like door. There'll be a nice safe there. You can get yourself out some funds if I'm not back in a couple days.
are you trying to break your mother's heart? What do you mean? This is
No. Things just might run a little bit long. I don't know. I don't know.
You've given me enough money. I appreciate what you've done for us. I don't need your safe money too, son. Let's
I just wanted to make sure you knew where it was because I trust you. And
do you want to stay for dinner before you leave, or
did we say we were leaving in the morning?
yes, that's what the sister said. I assume you all agreed. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, if we like talked about it, I probably would have just like gone home, I guess. And
Okay. I guess we'll just say you're all gonna leave in the
left
morning.
back
So,
in
so
the
let's say you're an ejection. You're all gonna leave in the morning. Okay, you're leaving in the morning.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, Ma, of course, I always got time for you. I come inside for dinner.
All right, and we'll leave it there. And then we will skip into the morning. And how is the everyone getting there? I know obviously Sydney has his truck.
yeah, my pickup truck.
Yeah, they.
Uh, I don't think Robert has a car. He would probably just like catch city transport and like walk to wherever we're meeting up.
Think you would meet up at Ross's Corner before the farm.
I guess Sister Margaret could take a ride in the truck too.
Yeah. And we have Reese. How are you getting there?
I would imagine Reese probably owns a car, but I think even if he didn't, I think he might taxi just because he's assuming that we're going to a remote farm. They're not going to have places to park all these vehicles and stuff like that. So I think he'll probably just get a ride out to Ross's Corner and just wait around on a corner somewhere. Maybe using his notebook and fountain pen to kind of scratch out some
All right.
drawings of the local area.
All right, so you all arrive there in your various ways. Ross's Corner consists of a few tired buildings and homes. The prosperity of the local farms has been long in decline. No more than 40 people live there. A church, a combination general store, post office, and gas station, and a milk depot are the community center. And as you all arrive there, you do see the townspeople. They're kind of hurried away from you. They seem to shun you.
Sister Margaret is going to approach the church. What denomination is it?
This would just be Christian. I'm not very familiar with denominations, sorry.
Well, I guess in the Northeast, like big ones are like Catholic. There's what else?
Well, which is do it
Presbyterian?
simple. It's whatever you are.
Okay,
It's not that
it's a
far away
Catholic
that it would be
church.
wildly different.
Okay,
Well, that's right.
I'll just say it's
Irish
a Catholic church
my
then.
bad.
Okay, she's going to walk in and try to talk to a priest.
Yeah, it's a very small place. There's just a few pews, a very modest, shrine with the cross. And admittedly, I'm not always up on religious stuff, but that's what you see. A very modest, the humble church. And yeah, the priest there, either if be a pastor or a preacher, whoever is standing there, he greets you warmly. Are you still in your habit, or there's some
Yes.
kind of different? Okay. Well, then clearly he sees a nun come out and he welcomes you warmly.
She says, "Good morning, Father."
Morning, sister. What brings you to my humble parish?
She smiles and she says that she's here. She basically explains that she's here to execute a friend's will, and she asks about the property and if he knows anything about it.
That old farmhouse by the ruined tree?
Yes, the one on Boone's Road.
You see him cross himself.
Father, what have you heard about this place?
I know it was owned by I want to say Robert, something kind of Merriweather.
Mr. Merriweather, yes.
Okay, Yes, he bought the property after it was put up for a loan. He bought it out from under a good, humble Christian farming man. Like, can you believe that?
She says she kind of thinks about what he said for a second, and she said, "Where is this place?"
If you take the left half out of town, you'll see it a little bit way. It's a little past that old lightning damaged tree. Although we don't go out there. We don't know what he and his friends did out there.
She kind of glances around the church room, making sure that no one else is there, and she kind of leans in and says, "Part of his will is to right whatever wrong happened out there. If there's anything else that may help us, please."
Oh, it was, past 40 years ago. I would say the guy's maybe in his 60s, so he would have been younger then. He probably would have been here in some fashion. All I know is that he and his group of friends went out there and, well, they were conducting some sort of pagan rituals. I don't know what else to call them, sister. It seemed like it was a game to them. I don't understand why people would let themselves go astray like this, but nothing they did was illegal, so I had no authority to do anything on the matter.
She nods and says that she kind of says that we'll get distracted by things that are of this world, whether it's jazz music or baseball.
Well, I understand people need their hobbies, and they need more than God. I don't mean to say that in a dark
And
way.
sometimes it's not enough, and they're led down these dark paths. I don't know what to do, but we can at least try to make it right.
Well, sister, I didn't want to burden you with this, but I'm sure you noticed the townspeople were walking away from everyone, your group.
What was that about?
A townsperson, Maggie McFurder, she went missing 24 hours ago. She went out after dark to find her horses, I believe, and then nobody's seen her since. So that they might have thought that your group has something to do with it, as we don't get too many strangers out here.
Okay. So she asked for a description of Maggie, what she might look like.
She was a blonde woman. She's about average height. She's a good, solid farming stock woman. She's probably wearing her farming outfit and hat.
We'll certainly keep our eyes open. See if we can find a woman like this. Thank you, Father.
Oh, no problem, sister. You're welcome. My humble church anytime you wish. Okay, and I assume, is anyone else doing anything? There are shops. Imagine if people would just tell you the same thing they told her if they talked to you at all. That's up to you.
Through Robert's connections, would he have any idea of like other underground operations in the area, like around this part?
I think as you're looking around, like sizing the place up, this is just some backwater village.
Okay, I got you.
There's no
Yeah.
money to be made out here.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably would have just waited around for the sister to finish her business. Meet
I
back
think
up.
Robert as well.
All right. I guess Reese is still off painting somewhere.
I'll go into the general store.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys got any paint?
You just see an older woman behind the counter. She says, "Hello, my name is Ma Peters. What do you mean? Do you want paint for what?"
Anything, house, watercolor, I don't know, anything really.
No, I don't believe we've ever had painters here, so we don't keep that art supplies in stock.
Okay. I just meant for like a barn or something, gotta paint your barn or
I think we have some pens.
uh
Can you interest you in some
okay.
pens?
No thanks. Hey, you got any postcards?
She-
Ross Corner postcards? I could send one to my friends.
No, why would we have something silly like that?
Well, the tourism, I suppose, is probably
Tourism?
off.
We're a bunch of strangers stomping around our farmland. We're
Yeah.
simple, quiet people. We keep it that way.
We're fans of farmland. You know anything about a farmhouse on Boone Road?
Last time a bunch of strangers came in here quite a long time ago, they asked the same thing.
Wow, I bet that was probably like, what, 60 years ago or something?
About 40, and she's looking you up and down and praising you.
Cool. Well, let me tell you, it seems like maybe we're gonna go up there, and I was just hoping if you could tell me anything like there's a sinkhole or something, anything for me to watch out for before I get myself hurt or anything. We're not here to cause any trouble or give alcohol to minors or anything like that. Or
You better not be giving alcohol to anyone, young man. It is prohibition.
yeah, exactly.
Nice try. She wags her finger
We
at
would
you.
never.
Sure, you're just testing me.
Wouldn't touch any booze. No. Okay. Well, thank you.
Just nods and goes back to whatever she was doing.
Is she lying to me? No, I'm kidding.
What are you, Batman, all of a sudden?
Where's the farmhouse?
All right, so do y'all reconvene in town, or what's next?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we could just
been
say y'all
waiting around my
info dump your various things on each other. You know that a woman went missing 24 hours. You know that the farmhouse is out left side of town. And whatever you wish to speak to each other, you may.
These people are kind of strange, huh?
Seems like everybody that Merriweather regularly encountered was strange. I don't know. From his family to people in this town, there's something amiss. Something isn't right.
True. Well, does anyone find out anything interesting? I try to set foot in churches as little as possible.
I'm gonna share that Maggie McFurter has gone missing, and I'm also going to say that the priest, the conversation with the priest, a lot of what he said correlated with what was in the journal. That
Oh,
they bought the farm. Mr. Merriweather bought the farmhouse, and that 40 years ago, him and some friends went out there and they did something that the priest called pagan rituals.
that tracks.
And what was Merriweather up to?
Well, he didn't say why he was messing around with witchcraft, did he? I don't recall that from the Slim Journal.
Not from what I saw.
What was with the Maggie Frankfurter?
McFurter.
She's been missing for a day.
Oh,
People don't go missing around here. Everyone knows each other. So
well, did they
People
see
here are
which
a bit-
direction she went, or? Because I'm thinking, convenient. We come into town, anniversary of the, Wooloo, What if that thing? I don't not to be grim, but what if that thing? What's he say? Twist her head around like a doll.
stop.
That's I mean, we have to discuss these possibilities. If that thing has escaped the the old farmhouse. It could be anywhere in town.
Well, not to alarm you, but I was up last night painting, and when I woke up this morning, the picture wasn't what I remember painting. I was trying to paint one of my landscapes, the type that I'm known for, and I painted a woman with her head twisted around back.
What did she look like in that painting?
Strong farm girl.
Interesting.
Yeah. You couldn't really. I mean, the background was kind of meaningless, but I mean, if you really wanted to, force some kind of representation onto it, I suppose you could say there was a farmhouse in the distance, but that's impossible, right? I wouldn't have known nothing about that. What I'm saying is we should look for her at the farmhouse.
Yeah,
I'm right there with you.
I believe that is the next stop.
All right, so we'll move on to the farmhouse then, as he just casually mentions all that stuff to you.
Oh gosh.
Alrighty, so you guys take the left path out of town, and the ancient farmhouse sits back away from Boone Road, down an overgrown path. You note an old dead tree, blackened by a lightning strike in years past, which marks the turnoff for the path and the farmhouse. The farmhouse becomes visible after traveling along the path through the trees. The road is a wide, weed-grown gravel track leading to the farmhouse and to the remains of a large barn. The house is of 18th century salt box design, with the high peaked roof and windows flanked by sagging shutters. While most of the windows are broken, the ones still intact are filthy and resemble frosted glass due to the years of dirt and dust. It's a single-story structure comprising 2 rooms with a windowless attic overhead. The roof is a little bowed, but all the shingles are intact. The whole place exudes a strange and unsettling atmosphere. There is no birdsong in the trees, just the sound of the many branches swaying in the breeze. It's as if the house has been waiting for you for many years. And they did provide a little picture, which I don't think is entirely accurate to what they wrote there, but such is life.
I think I'd probably leave the truck by like the turnoff of the main road.
Okay, do you want to say
Just-
by the tree, or
Yeah,
that's where the turnoff is? That'd be easy marker to see again.
just in case,
And you may begin your investigation however you wish.
Well, Sister Margaret, she's just going to stand outside the house and just kind of try to listen. What does she hear?
You don't hear anything. It's completely quiet. There's no animals. All you hear is that breeze going through the trees, that soft summer breeze.
She turns to whoever is closest to her and she says, "Have you ever been in a place so quiet?"
Nope.
Not out in the countryside, no.
I'm used to hearing the sounds of something. Maybe animal, crow.
I spend most of my time in my bookstore, yet it feels like I'm constantly surrounded by noise, some way or another.
Those bookstores known
I
for
know.
noise.
Exactly.
Well,
This
do we go inside? I guess.
I do notice like a old well over there.
Yeah, that
Perhaps we
was-
could give that a look-see first.
Oh,
Yeah,
as
if you look
well.
around outside, you see that the
May
grass
as well.
the grass is knee high. Obviously, nobody's been tending to it. You see wildflowers that have grown everywhere. You do see a collection of firewood logs that have been ruined by the weather. You see a decaying old barn. And yeah, you see the water well. Do you want to do a spot hidden? Or anyone can do this if they wish.
Yeah, sure. I'd also like to be looking for like any like large patches of grass that looks like a brighter color than the rest, or like more flowers growing out of a certain like patch of grass, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'd
Well,
probably like
Yeah,
give
go
the
ahead.
farmhouse itself a look around. Like just go around it,
You
check
would.
for any different things on other sides.
Like I said, you see that decaying barn, you see the water well that's all around it, and there's like a huge wide open grassland that presumably was the farmland, and then there's a wooded area you can look in if you wished.
I failed.
I'm also going to try spot hidden. I'm mainly looking for human beings or things in the shape of a human being or things that sound like a human being, just because that's kind of what I'm expecting to find. And since you said there was nothing around, I assume we don't see any horses either.
Nope, there's no signs of life.
Okay, so I got a 41 under 60 for spot hidden.
All right, as you're looking around in a wide in a tall grass, you see the body of a dead, huge 30-pound raccoon. Its chest is stained with blood, and there's a huge hole in it.
Oh, look at that one. He's a porker.
And he's dead.
And if there's further examination, I'll take medicine, biology, or natural world.
Okay, I've got medicine and biology.
Whichever you wish to roll, just choose one.
Medicine. What's my medicine? Oh, yeah. That's one I'm going to use. Extreme success.
All right. Well, your medical expertise is serving you well. You see that his rib cages were clearly pulled apart, and its heart was cleanly scooped out. And this was done so cleanly that you don't understand how an animal could have done this.
This is not simply killed by a predator. I've never seen an injury like this. Rib cage has been torn right open, and the heart's plucked out like an oyster.
Or New Orleans, sorry. Poor memory.
Oh, sure. Alan. I assume I'll just pop up in the Slim Journal.
Related.
Yeah, if you still have it, yeah.
Marion Allen, yeah, of Arkham, Massachusetts. What's
Perhaps.
it say? It says it was a gruesome mark carved on his forehead. I don't see anything about a heart missing.
Well, still, it seems in some
it's
way ritualistic. I
tongue
can
out.
see some hypothetical connection.
You suppose a raccoon has any Egyptian artifacts?
Well, technically, you failed that history. You didn't know it was very Egyptian.
Well, I read that from the article.
Fair enough. Yeah, my bad.
I assume my guy knows it's Egyptian. He just doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look at the. Take another look at the farmhouse. They mentioned wards.
Yeah, as you go
Okay.
up to the forge, you do see there are carvings on top of the doorway going in, and along all the windows too. If you can roll your occult to figure out what they mean, otherwise they're just carvings to you.
Well, I'll give a try.
Yeah, I'll roll it. I got a 5. There's a chance.
Yeah.
I got a 50 over 25, so no.
Also no.
Let's see. Nope.
No, then you obviously understand there's something to do with it, but you don't know exactly what they're about.
Yeah. I think I'd probably go around and like sketch down the symbols.
All right.
Or
You,
try and
you make a perfect representation of it. I won't make you roll, but you could probably check your sketch skill if you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't make you roll for
it
that.
isn't that low, but it's just
It's just
drawing
copying
glyphs,
up
so
thing
I
right in
don't
front
think
of
it would
you.
be.
I don't think it's a big
Yeah.
deal. Yeah.
Hopefully not. I'm not actually that good at sketching.
How's like the quality of the carvings looking? Like, do they look like they've held up through the weather, or are they starting to like deteriorate?
I'm gonna say that question lingers with you, and you don't know.
All right.
They look like they're okay, but then they also, they've been there 40 years. They're definitely
Yeah.
weathered.
Well, I don't imagine a gun would do much good, but the book didn't say they tried shooting it.
They did say it was made out of mist, though, so.
Fair enough. I brought my Derringer.
Neck, so this is presumably at least somewhat solid.
Well, we have this old key.
So yeah, you can go
guess
inside, or you can continue searching outside if you wish, because there's the wooded area in the back, and yeah.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
sorry.
stop. I'm gonna stop and ask if anyone has a light source.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No. Sorry.
I don't.
Well, if nobody brought one, you're gonna have to find one on the property.
Okay, we'll go look for one.
We can take your car battery and one of the headlights.
Don't.
You left that back. You left that
Butcher
back in
the
the
vehicle.
getaway.
Sydney just stares.
Yeah.
Not my archaeology truck.
Oh.
Sorry for my artifacts.
That's my classic sense of humor.
All right, I believe the sister was looking for a light source. There's the decaying barn, and there's obviously a wide open area with the woodlands.
Looks like the barn will be our best bet.
Yep, I'll head to the barn.
And is everyone going, or
Reese will follow just to make sure he doesn't go by himself.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'll
look around the farmhouse one more time to see if like there's anything on the porch or there's anything like in the grass that we could use, like a lantern.
I guess I'll stick with Sister Margaret then.
all right, we'll go with you two first. No, there's nothing here. Everything's 40 years old and in disrepair. And then the two going to the barn. Who's going inside first?
I guess since I said it first, I will be going inside first.
All right, as you struggle to open the door a little, and then since there's a crap ton of tools and dirt and everything, you need to make a dexterity roll as you trip upon entering, or attempt, almost trip.
Oh. Oh no.
All right, you
Ooh.
land, you trip over the tools and you land for 1d3 damage
Ugh.
to the rusty tools.
Oh, you okay there? You got pretty
Okay,
got
so
a pretty nasty.
it's only a 1, so we'll say you fell and you scraped your hand a bit.
Yeah, ow, I'm fine.
Make sure you don't leave any metal in there. Might want to pop that
Yeah.
on out.
I look over my wounds and dust myself off. I'm getting up.
And as for the light source, we'll just leave it to Jan. So who's got you got the worst luck, I believe, 35. So yeah, roll your luck for both you two.
Oh boy.
If you,
Why
if
did
you
I go
succeed,
into the barn?
if you succeed, there's a lantern in there. If not,
Yes!
Oh,
you got a hard success. Yeah, there's one for both of you. It's somehow and possibly a working order for both of you.
Yes!
These must have been left here by some kids or something doing some exploring. Maybe they got scared off and left them behind.
Maybe.
So you may put lantern into your inventory, I suppose.
Yeah, grab that lantern.
I-
I'm not a doctor, but you need someone to look at that, or
I mean, I assume it doesn't look bad. It's just 1 HP.
There's a scrape on
like-
your hand. But as you look at the thing, first aid only heals 1 HP. It's up to you if you want
it's
to.
like out of 10.
patch it up.
So it's like it is kind of a lot.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
It's up to you whether you want to patch it up or not. But it's definitely like a cut on your hand.
I'm a nurse, so
Yeah,
you might want to have
I'll
me
just
look
say,
at it.
I'm sure the sister can check it over.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's probably better. You want to get back?
Yep.
I don't really feel too good leaving them alone over there.
Yep. I head out and look for them. Probably like shout that we found lanterns upon.
Yeah. No offense if you're a believer, but something tells me the armor of faith ain't gonna do us much good here.
So you two hear them yelling wherever you decided to go. Do you respond or do you look? You continue wherever you're going.
I think I head back over to them from just searching the field for anything really.
No, the field is wide open. I suppose you would have to go into the woodland if you want to search into there.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I just head back over.
I'm
Okay.
gonna look. I'm gonna go over to them and take a look at the scraped hand and say,
Yeah,
"Oh dear."
show it.
And then
Yeah.
she has a little doctor's bag with her. She opens
Yep.
it up and
Roll your first
gets
aid.
some hydrogen peroxide and bandage. We'll do first aid.
All right, you successfully apply the first aid and you restore his 1 HP.
Yippee!
All right, so there's the woodland, and then you can go into the house. It's up to you.
I'm all for going into the house.
I guess there's no
Yep.
no use putting it off.
I think we're ready.
All right, so you're all going to the front door together, or
I try to turn on that electric torch and undoubtedly have to strike it on the side a couple times to get it to
no? It was like a hand lantern.
Oh, like a carrying. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
A
Light that
kerosene
thing.
lantern, I guess. Yeah, it's still daytime, so the windows are all broken, so the sunlight is going through the farmhouse in the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll wait
I
on
mean, it's
that
still
then.
good for inspecting stuff and whatnot.
That is true.
I'll probably hold off on lighting it then if I think there'll be light in there. I'll push open the door.
You're all greeted by a very foul odor. You see furniture that's just destroyed, and there's dust thick everywhere. The wooden floor is warped and stained because there's been water leaking through the roof, and rot has eaten away at nearly everything. And I want a listen roll from everybody.
I got a 62 over 50.
So you failed.
65 over 40.
This
You
place is
failed.
gross, right?
I guess the smell is too much, everybody. Okay, the whole party fails. Then there's nothing that disturbs you. You can begin your search.
I'm talking too
Light up
loud.
my lantern.
So are we just in like does it open to like a living room type area? Or
Yeah, there's a small front room, and then there's a small back room, and you see a cellar leading down, and if you go into the back room, you'll see the attic. The attic trapdoor has been shut down.
I guess I'd look around the front room since we're here with my lantern on.
I think
Make sure
I'll
I got
do
plenty
that
of
as well.
Yeah, there's nothing usable in the front room. You see a fireplace, and you see the ruined furniture.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around too, but not necessarily for like something usable, but more for like remnants of a book, remnants of a circle, remnants of a I don't know, some kind of a series of symbols, protections, or something like that.
Maybe you give a spot hidden. Are you in the front room or the back room doing this?
I'm gonna be in the front room.
Okay.
I got a sweet 98, so no.
So you
Oh,
fumble.
man.
That smells really bothering you.
My spot hidden is 60 though, so it's not a
that's
massive
true.
failure.
Yeah, it's not a fumble, thankfully.
But it is
All right, then no, you don't find any proof that there's been a ritual that happened here.
Do you think Robert would know about iron being effective against like spirits, or would that be something like out of his? I don't know.
Would that be history or occult?
I think you could probably approach it either way, but that's just
I got a 5 in either, so
Well, then you can roll your 5. That's how.
all right, let's see.
This is the 1920s. You wouldn't have pop
Yeah.
culture and stuff.
Yeah, no way.
Nope. Then no, you have no idea.
Oh, there's some pokers over there by the fire, but I think I'll just stick to my old revolver. Let's see. Use.
I'm going to the journal mentioned like ritual in the fireplace, so I'm going to like kind of search around the fireplace.
Yeah, the fireplace seems relatively fine compared to the rest of the place, and you do see firewood that hasn't been damaged that could be used, but nothing's been touched here for many years.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up the poker and kind of sift through the ashes.
That's all they are, is just ashes.
Okay.
I'm not sure what ashes look like sitting there for 40 years, but that's what you see.
you suppose any of that is dust of Ibn Ghazi. Doesn't look like anything special.
Yeah, it's just ashes. You don't see any colors that signify anything.
Abracadabra.
Well, shall we head down to the cellar?
I
We
hate
can
to
still
say,
check the
but
back room.
oh, that's right. We didn't check the back room.
So you're all going to the back room?
I got my eye like weirdly over like on the attic trap door. A little worried about that, but I'll come with them to the back room.
All right. How about you give me another lesson in the back room, everybody, if you're all there?
Oh my gosh, 84 over 40.
Okay. Sister just heard something.
Okay. For listen, I got a 10 under 50.
Ooh.
Yep,
That's-
both the sister and Reese, you hear some kind of
Three success.
you hear some kind of scuffling and scurrying, and I guess since you had the high extreme success, you definitely hear something that's waiting by the by the cellar door. Maybe it's listening. Maybe you don't know, but something is down there for sure. Your extreme.
Okay. Can I tell like the size of it, or like what I think might be the size of it
I would say
based on the sound of noise?
I would say the scuff. She would have heard scuffling, but you would have plainly heard footsteps.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah. Oh, there's some footsteps. Someone's listening.
Maybe
Footsteps. Sounded like a rat to me.
maybe a raccoon got in. The one
Sounds.
outside.
There's a very distinct sound to a human gait, even though he's shuffling. I'm pretty sure it's a person.
Wow, that's really not the
I suppose.
You guys want to
We
do a spot
should-
hidden in the back, or
Yeah, I'll do spot
yeah,
him.
because
his rolls, man?
Oh my
I
gosh.
wait. To
Oh,
clarify,
wait.
did I hear that sound coming from the cellar?
Yes, it's from the cellar.
Okay.
Oh wait, actually that's a success. It was 52 under 55. Oh wait. No. No, I just looked at someone else's number. I didn't even roll. I'm so dumb.
Ugh.
Okay. There we go. Oh,
Oh,
that's
it's an
a
even better
6
success.
under 55.
So I'm guessing you got what extreme success.
Yes.
All right, Robert. Let me read to you what you have found. So in the back room, you see a table. You see a walking stick with the wrinkled fabric on it. You see next to it a box of wooden matches, a bar of soap, a tin can, a screwdriver, a can opener, a jackknife, and a candle. And you see muddy boot prints in the back. They were maybe faded because of the weather, but you can see them with your extreme success.
Guys, it looks like there's a bunch of obscure items over on that table over
As
there.
you
And
say, obscure items. I'll take anthropology or intelligence to figure out what they are.
I guess I'd look over the items because I'm the anthropologist.
Yeah.
I'll do intelligence because I got some good int. That's just regular success. 63 under 80.
All right. And then the anthropologist, maybe it was an interest of yours once, but it's clearly a hobo bindle. It's where they keep their life, whatever they own in this little fabric, and they carry it with them on a stick.
Oh, yeah, that
Okay,
makes
someone's been
sense.
living out of here. Yep.
Then you have the noise in the cellar, and then you can all take it away what you wish to do with this.
Can I try to like fast talk and say, hey, we know you're here. We know you've been squatting. It's okay. We don't mean you any harm. You can come out.
And then you see the cellar door, it opens very slowly, and then a disheveled-looking hobo appears. He's got a piece of furniture in his hand. He's about to swing it at somebody. You want to try your persuade him or talk him down?
Yeah, I'd like to talk him down.
You can roll whichever.
Can I, is it fast talk or persuasion? I guess it'd be fast talk, right?
That
It
sounded
would-
like it's just a straight, don't do this, please. Do A, so that's persuade.
Persuade? Okay.
Yeah. Like fast talk,
Uh,
he's trying to trick him.
That makes sense. Crap. That's
That is a failure.
Could
yeah,
I try,
it's
or is this
67
just him?
over
He's-
60.
He's going to stubbornly shake his head and steps forward to take a swing. We're in combat.
Oh crap!
Oh man.
Let me look up what his dex is. He has 60 dexterity.
And so does Sidney.
All right. Don't both of you have? So all of you have. I'm just going to let the hobo go first because he tried to talk him down as the first turn. He's going to roll his brawl. In case of a tie, I would just decide it's annoying to do anything else.
Mhm.
He is going to attack Robert because Robert was the one speaking to him. Do you dodge or do you fight back?
I guess I'll try to dodge.
Right? He's rolled a 93, which means he missed.
Okay. Do I need to roll something for that or
Yeah, because if you fumble, he might
Okay.
still hit.
okay. 40.
Nope. You definitely get out of the way of his swing. I think it's a table leg he has in his hand from the old furniture. He's brandishing a table leg.
Like you don't have to do this. It's okay. We don't mean you harm. I just-
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
All right, that would be
persuasion on my turn.
we'll let Reese go. Do you do anything? Attack him?
No, I'm not going to attack him. But when he starts swinging, I back up and I just go, "Whoa, buddy! I may be rich, but I know the hobo way. We're not here to encroach on your turf."
He does not respond. I'll make it
Okay.
I guess you can try like a hard persuade because you're already in combat, so we'll take it up a level.
I think I'm fast talking, which is
Fast
only the
talk?
5 for me.
That's true.
There is I don't know if you a lot of people do it different, but persuade is actually supposed to take a lot of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do fast talk, and I fail massively. I got a 57 over 5.
Yeah, he ignores you. Then we'll go to Sydney's turn.
How far away are those fire pokers?
Let me pull up the map thing. So I'm pretty sure they're past the cellar. Fireplace is in the front room. The cellar is in the back room.
Okay.
Actually, I meant to do the other way around. The cellar's in the front and the back because you guys are in the back.
Right. I guess I could. Could I just try and like talk him down? I've got decent fast talk, but I don't
All
want
right.
to be like redundant.
You're in combat, so I'll make it a hard success.
Okay, I'll try because I'm not great at combat. No.
Oh man.
Jeez, Novi. I don't know what you said, but he ignored it. I was gonna say he doesn't even know what you said.
Yeah. I just try and contribute to the general attempts at calming down and fail.
All right, Sister Margaret, you see a crazed
Okay.
hobo with the table.
Well,
table
since their fast talking isn't really working, she's going to try something harsher. She's going to just kind of step in front of him and just say, "Stop this at once! Stop this idiocy at once! You are outnumbered. You need to lay down your weapon immediately. This is your last chance."
You
to
see
intimidate.
you see his face. He's crazed.
Well, I'm still gonna make my roll.
Alrighty.
No
Are
one
you-
wants to hurt the hobo.
Is that a fast talk as well? I guess if we're going with Crusades
Intimidate.
next time. Intimidate.
Intimidate.
All right. Well, he shakes his head stubbornly. He's not afraid.
Oh man.
And that leaves Robert, who he just swung at already before the talking began.
God, I don't want to hurt this guy.
I think he wants to hurt us, though.
Yeah, I guess I'll just try to punch him.
So you're going to attack. He will choose to fight back.
All right.
Tell me what you're rolling.
That's a nope. 31 over 25.
So you failed.
Yep.
Yeah, he got a 73, so he failed as well. I guess you kind of comically go at each other in this.
Oh man.
All right, we'll go back to the round of the hobo. As he's looking at this group, he's not really concerned. He chooses to run away. Does anyone stop him?
Does
Which
it
way is
look
he
like he's running? Yeah,
He knows
that's what I was-
something. He could have seen something.
You can give chase if you wish, but otherwise he's running out the. I guess he's about the cellar
Is he running back into the cellar or outside?
outside. Yeah, I was trying to figure out
Okay.
where he's going.
Okay.
So the cellar's in the front room. As he came out of the cellar, you guys are in the back. So yes, he's going to run out the front door.
Well,
Ah,
Sister Margaret's not going to try to stop him.
All right.
She's just not. That's just not in her nature.
Yeah. Unless you'd be running in the nun habit, that might be very annoying.
yeah. I think we just gotta let him go, guys. Doesn't seem to wanna communicate with us.
You forgot your hobo gear.
Ah,
I told them I was rich.
I think he gave it up when he ran off.
Why was he that? Why was he like that?
I don't know what was up with him, but
I
And
mean,
look at his eyes. He looked like he was fighting a monster.
Did he look like
Fighting
he
for his
killed
life.
anybody recently? You think he could have killed Maggie?
Maggie, I don't know.
was there any mention of like a notes or something that could be read in the items? I'm remembering that, but I might be misremembering.
But in the hobo's gear?
Yeah.
No, there was just his
Okay.
life. It's just his
Yep,
belongings
misremembering.
he's traveling with.
Did you say something about a knife or no?
There was a boot knife, I believe.
A
Ooh.
boot knife. Can I look at that, see if there's any like traces of blood or anything on it?
There is not. It just looks
Okay.
dirty and old.
Diamond free knife.
All
It
right,
doesn't
Well-
look like it could carve open a raccoon and cleanly remove its heart, does it?
Oh no way! That was somebody broke those ribs open, and so something had the strength to pull those rib cages back, and then
She
scooped out the heart.
Can I ask a
just kind of
question?
says this. I don't believe this is our murder weapon.
I don't think so either. Like what's the difference between the charm skill, the fast talk skill, and the what's the other one? Persuade
Persuade.
skill. Yeah. Just so I know for
My
the future.
my understanding of persuade is actually different than pretty much anything I've seen anybody else actually do. When I was reading the Keeper book, it stated that persuade is supposed to represent a conversation of at least half an hour. It's
Mm,
like it's actual logical arguments. So if I'm trying to get you to do something quickly, it's always fast talk. And then
I see.
charm, I think, is probably more like, rather than influencing what they do, it's more influencing their attitudes. But that's kind of my own
Yeah,
thing.
when
I'm
you're
not
charming someone, you're just giving them compliments and trying to warm them up to you.
Okay. I see. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like
It's
using
all
your
good.
face card. But anyway, we should check out the cellar.
Yeah, I think we should
I
see
agree.
Seems
what
like a
it's up
good
to down there.
Alrighty. If you're
I
all
think we
going,
should maybe keep watch of that attic. Also, keep that in the back of our minds, as that's where that thing was bound for so many years.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
okay, so
Should one of us stay up here? I mean, it sounds like maybe it's too dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not sure about splitting up. I'd be afraid that
Another
Bobo
hobo.
comes back. Yeah,
Yeah.
or whatever did
Well,
that to that raccoon.
whoever
Oh,
goes
sure.
first should hold the light. I'll go behind them.
I ain't going first this time. Last time I got scratched.
I guess
Well,
I'll hold up
this-
the rear.
Guess I'll go first.
Sorry, Painter Man.
Okay, going down the stairs now. Shining my light. Hello. I'm gonna definitely do spot hidden.
yes, there is. It's a very small cellar. It's a low ceiling. The ground is hard packed earth.
I'm gonna tell you what I got. 3 zeros.
3 zeros.
Yeah, that's 100. That's a critical failure.
Oh,
So you're gonna stumble down the stairs. Gonna get a. Let's say
Yeah,
you
can I
stumble
get
down the
a-
stairs and you break the lantern that you're carrying.
Can I get a haul? Yeah. I fall
Man.
onto the
Gotta
lantern.
get a hole, yeah, in the creepy
Uh,
basement.
How many damage do I
I'm gonna-
suffer from the glass breaking into my chest and neck?
Just roll 1d3 to see how lucky you get.
Oh no, we should have made Reese go first.
I
Oh
got
man.
lucky.
Shit.
1. I got the
I'm
minimum.
Sorry.
All right, so you just got minor cuts for your fall, and you're down 1 lantern. You still have 1 more lantern, as I believe you found 2.
Yeah, I got the other lantern.
Don't fall down the stairs with it.
Gotta walk carefully. Push
How
the roll.
I try and I push my lantern forward and try and, usher everyone down the stairs quickly so we can make sure
Well,
he's
I
alright.
was next in line, so I'm going to take it. Headed down the stairs next, so I'm gonna take the lantern.
All right.
how often can someone do first aid?
You can do it every time new damage has been sustained. You can do a first aid.
Yeah. The first thing I'm gonna do is just take a look at Reese's injuries. Try to do some first aid.
Yep, go ahead and roll it. So I believe you lost 1 HP.
Ooh.
Oh
So
man.
no.
Nice.
So no, you're unable to do anything major to his wounds, and the cover is.
Can I
think
take
we
a
ought-
stab
I
at
think we
it?
should leave this. I think we should leave this for now.
I would say no, because only 1 attempt can be made
Okay.
per
Okay. Gotcha.
for any source.
I see.
All right, so you're down there with a bleeding Reese in a dark basement of 1 lantern. What's next?
Well, we have to take a look around, see what we can find.
Okay, does anyone else want to try to spot him? Because you see, there's like shelves with old rotted food. There's that 8-foot
Uh,
ladder.
Yeah, I'll give it a try too.
All right, whoever's gonna roll spot hidden, you may just don't fumble.
Hey, hard
Hard
success.
success.
Oh, very nice.
Yay.
Nah, 59 over 55.
I see nothing.
All right, well, we got a hard success from sister, I believe. Yes. So yeah, Sister Margaret, you do see, amusingly enough, there is another working lantern sitting on the table in the middle of the room.
Reese, maybe I'll take this one. I think you've had enough lanterns for one day.
And as you see that, you see an old tarp in the corner that draws your eye. Clearly,
Okay.
there's something underneath it.
I'm gonna approach it slowly, holding my lantern up with one hand,
Mhm.
and with my other hand, I slowly remove the tarp. What do I see?
You see an old chest with the same carvings in it. It's closed currently.
Gentlemen, I motion them over.
I approach the chest.
Yeah, I walk over. Does it look like the chest has like a lock of some kind?
It is unlocked.
Well, she opens it. What's inside?
All right, on top you see 6 folded black robes. As you take those out, you see a vial of brown powder and a vial of silver powder. I suppose if somebody has chemistry or pharmacy, they can look at the powders
I do have chemistry.
and examine at least the brown powder.
Yeah. Okay.
A success. You don't understand what the silver powder is. That was never in your teachings, but the brown powder is some kind of mixture of sulfur and oxide of copper.
I tell that to the group, and then
And then you remember that the brown powder was in the writings, so that's what that is. And you see a bunch of papers, a bundle of yellow papers. So I know it's not your favorite time. We got more handouts.
okay. I'm gonna keep the sulfur oxide.
Yes, the first one, it seems to be a letter from Marion Allen. And I guess the lantern is on a table and it can be read from there, or you can go upstairs if you wish with the letters. It's up to you.
Perhaps we could head up first so I can keep an eye on the cellar while you read through, not the cellar, the attic, while you guys read through the letters.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
All right, so y'all make your way back upstairs with your. Would you say you take everything, but probably the robes, unless you want the robes. Stay down there.
I'll maybe like rip a strip of fabric off the robe and like try to stop the bleeding on Reese a little bit.
All right, it just reinforces the wound. That
Yeah.
it keeps bleeding through, but
Yeah.
Which is better than nothing.
yes.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Uh,
Should I read the letter?
Whoever wants to read it may.
Robert's just keeping an eye on the attic. A little weary.
I don't know why I'm putting this down on paper. It's probably a bad idea, but I feel the need to leave some kind of explanation for my actions and intent. When I took the sarcophagus from my uncle, I did not think it would be missed. I expected to be able to research it and return it later. I was such a fool. Despite believing in the powers we tried to summon, I grossly misunderstood the consequences. Now Robert is dead, and Harold is a madman. I'm going back to the farmhouse to organize our things. I dread stepping foot again in that place, but I must make sure that our materials will be available again when we need them. Since the others are too shaken to attempt to banishment of the creature, I can only hope that the thing hasn't the power to remain in our reality more than a few hours or days. At least it's bound to the house itself. I shall search for a means to destroy it before the last of us passes from this world and it's released from the house, if it is still there. I believe I know where I can find the knowledge. I need to drive the creature away without assistance from others. I hear tales of mystics in New Orleans that know much of the true magics of the world. I am leaving the gold box in Rupert's care. I told him not to sell it or have it appraised by anyone, but did not tell him why. He also seemed puzzled by my insistence not to live in Boston, but I believe he trusts my judgment not to go into danger unwittingly. My uncle does not know about our dark brotherhood, so Rupert and the others will be safe from anyone looking for it. I'll be back to put things right again. Marion Allen. P.S. I wrote this before I closed the lid on the trunk. The thing is still in the attic of the house. It seems to recognize me and spoke foul curses at me. I will carve protective wards on the trunk to prevent any tampering with its contents, just in case.
And I believe Robert was looking at the attic while you're reading that.
I was trying to keep watch.
As you look at it, you confirm that they're the same carvings on the attic, the trapdoor.
Perhaps we could take that chest with us if we need to travel to other places to keep any clues or research stored inside it to prevent, as he said, tampering with it.
Well, I suppose we have some of the materials. We should probably try to piece together what this ritual was. That's what we were asked to do, basically, right?
think so.
All right, as you look through, there's more papers, and for this I provided a summary of what they say. You see the drawing of the pentagram that they were talking about, and then finally you see a chant in Latin that's been written down for everyone. If everyone's tired of reading, I can do the summary if that's what you prefer.
I can read it if you want.
Go for it.
Right, summary of sheets. One sheet identifies the Latin chant as having been derived from a book called De Vermis Mysteries. It also states that while the original chant detailed the ritual for releasing the spirit trapped inside the ancient amber, several words within the incantation have been replaced, changing the original summoning ritual to one of exorcism, so that it may be used to dispel the vile spirit currently trapped in the attic. 3 sheets discuss the procedure of the ritual itself, which takes at least 2 hours to perform and must be started at midnight. While one person speaks aloud the ritual phrase, another person must draw the pentagram on the floor, while another burns a certain combination of chemicals in a fire nearby. Alan's notes mention that the chemicals resemble a brown powder, which he says he has prepared and stored with these papers in a metal canister ready for use. While one person must perform the ritual chant, the notes recommend that the person may be swapped out with another, allowing them to occasionally interrupt the chanting without disturbing the overall ritual or its potency. If the chant is continuous, with one person reciting the repeating phrases aloud, the spirit must succumb. However, it warns that too long of a disruption of the chanting may result in failure, requiring another ritual to be performed on the following night. The note suggests that during the ritual, a watcher be posted, lest the sorcerers be disturbed by the nuisances and distractions of malevolent spirits. Thus, these sheets confirm that a 2-hour ritual, using the chant provided, begun at midnight, will drive out unwanted spirits.
I volunteer to be the painting on the floor guy.
She looks at the chant. She does have authority in Latin.
You can roll it if you like. It can be
Okay, I was wondering
translated.
if I could.
Yep,
Yeah.
go for it. I just realized I put that handout in the wrong spot.
Okay.
Alrighty, I will give you
It's like a success.
the translated chant.
O spirits, you are exercised by the power, wisdom, and virtue, by the divine knowledge, by the dark void, by the name of the old ones, the root, trunk, source, origin of all the other divine names, whence they draw their lives and their power. I exercise you by the name Nyarlathotep, signifying the most excellent bringer of wisdom, his majesty so high, brighter than the stars of the void. I exercise you by the most powerful name of Azathoth, the all-powerful, who shall punish the crimes. I exercise you, I command you absolutely, O demon, whatever part of the universe you may be, by the virtue of all these names, hear you and obey. Gia, as she says that, just kind of shudders involuntarily, like he just, done something that disturbs her to the core. She says, I'm not familiar with the prayers of exorcism, but this is certainly not a Christian prayer. She sets it aside. She kind of steels herself for what she must do.
Well, my father, rest his soul, was a religious man, and he used to read me stories from the Bible as a child, and I don't ever recall hearing Nyarlathotep, so that's safe to say. Midnight, huh?
It seems so. Are we just able to do this wherever, you think, or do we need to have that spirit nearby?
Seeing as how the fire, he's kind of grasping for any kind of explanation. The fire was downstairs, so maybe the whole ritual could be downstairs, I don't think we need to go up there in the same room.
I'd hope not.
Oh, remember, there was a fire. You need to burn something. You do have a fireplace on the first floor.
Well, I guess I'll go try to buy paint again.
So are we doing this ritual?
Is everyone going to leave and reconvene, or are you going to wait there?
I definitely wouldn't want to wait in the farmhouse.
I mean, there is one place we haven't looked yet. There's still the attic in the woods. That's true.
Oh, true. We never found any sign of that girl. I don't see any like clothes or belongings here.
Other than the hobos. It's true.
Maybe we should search the woods a little bit first.
I don't know. Are we gonna leave the attic as it is?
I gotta be honest.
I know. I'm worried too about that.
Yeah,
I don't want to
to.
look in there.
I don't want to too, but that the letter in the chest seemed to say that it would break out when the last person perished, and well,
Oh, yeah.
Rupert's
Maybe
dead, so
Maybe
perhaps
it did
it's
already.
yeah, perhaps it's safe to go up there. Well, not safe, of course, but about as dangerous as everywhere else in this place.
Do they get mad if you have holy water or something? Maybe we can get it to reveal its presence. You hear, demon? Something like
Hey,
that.
demons, that's you, boy.
Maybe.
If you hear any hooves clomping around up there, then we know it's still here.
We're
Sister
slithering
Margaret
about.
just
I
kind of
command
burst out
you!
to laughter.
Nyarlathotep! Accidentally summon more.
All right, so
Were you gonna do something, Sister Margaret?
Well, she's just kind of burst into laughter at kind of an inappropriate moment, just
Nah.
kind of at the absurdity of it all. She's going to go and sit outside. Actually,
All right.
guys, I think we'd be doing our goal injustice if we don't scour every end of this place for any more clues. I think we might need to check the attic.
I think we have everything we need to conduct the ritual, though, and that seemed to be what Rupert was convinced we could do. So maybe we should follow the instructions they left us instead.
I don't know, but there could be more information about Maggie. There could be more information about I don't know, there could be something we don't know yet. I don't know.
Information like there's her dead body and there's the thing that killed her.
That's true.
No, I not to be painted yellow or anything, but something tells me that we're delving deeper than we need to. The fact that there was a house here at all and a deed, I believe everything in the journal.
Okay. Okay, I'm with you. Let's follow the journal.
So we've all decided to leave the attic alone.
Think so.
All right. I heard talk of the woodland. Is that still in play, or are we just going right to the ritual?
I'm open to the woodland, but I believe we have to wait for the certain time for the ritual, so we have time to maybe
That's true.
make preparations.
Wait till midnight. All right. So somebody needs something to draw the pentagram with, and I
Yeah.
guess the woodland's there if somebody wants to look it through it.
there's also that substance, that silvery substance. I wasn't able to
Sure.
figure out what it was. I'm gonna show it to the others.
Yeah, you see a vial of silvery powder.
So there was the substance that was thrown onto the gin to reveal it. Was that the brown powder?
No, that
Brown
was
powder is just sulfur oxide.
I think the brown powder was a mixture, right?
Yeah,
That was Alan's
it was
concoction.
Yes.
So whatever that is, I think that's the fire one.
Yeah, that's what was mentioned as being burned.
That one was burned. Maybe the silver one is what was thrown on it to reveal it.
I think you're right.
I don't know. It's just a hunch. It doesn't really have a big reveal spirit label on it. I don't know.
Seems like a fair guess. It said chalk, didn't it? I guess. Was there any chalk in the chest? He said he left everything we'd need.
Oh, that's true. Then yes, we'll say there was chalk in there. I did forget about that.
I'll go down and coax somebody to come with me because I do not want to go down there by myself.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, I'll accompany you down there, Reese.
Oh, thank you. Maybe you should hold the light.
Yeah, perhaps I'll hold on to you too, so you don't go taking a tumble again.
Yeah, I carefully make my way down the stairs using whatever handrails are available, and
The rickety old
I go into
handrails creak. Yeah.
I go into the chest, and I grab out what I'm hoping is a couple sticks of chalk.
Yeah, let's say there's a couple of sticks of chalk in there.
Would it be
Cool.
too precautionary to take the whole
Alrighty,
chest
I go.
with
Oh,
us?
found it. What was that?
You found the chocolate.
Would it be too precautionary to take the whole chest with us if this spirit like can manipulate things? This Jinn can manipulate things like they seem to think. Perhaps taking something with like protections carved upon it might benefit us in some way. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
How
You could be right.
how heavy is the chest?
Now that it's emptied out, it's probably just like 10 pounds.
Oh, would it be all right to carry up the stairs?
Yeah, we'll make you roll for it. You can just take it up if you want.
All right, cool. I'll carry the whole chest out,
There's
I
not going to be any
guess.
more tripping, I promise.
Uh,
Although only one was planned, to be fairness.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess we'll head back up with the chest, and then I mean, if it has sigils on it, then I mean,
Yes,
it's
there's the
fine.
markings.
So
Yeah.
it sounds good to me.
I don't know. I don't know if it could hurt just to store our things in this until time comes.
Sure, yeah. It mentions other spirits. Maybe we should put everything back in there until we're ready to use it.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll say the party puts their belongings for the ritual back in the chest upstairs, and you're either gonna wait it out or
You guys want to comb the?
Yeah, I'd
You
say
guys ready
we
to
should,
comb the woods?
look through the woods while we wait.
Might as well while we have daylight.
so you make your way back out through the wide open fields that were once the farmland, and you see the wooded area. So if you would have searched through it, I'll take a spot in.
All right.
I'll roll a spot hidden. Lucky me. I got a 36 under 60.
Okay.
Regular
49 under 55. Also regular success.
92. Oh.
All right, so I guess Sidney just kind of wanders around lost. There's the sister rolling. Yep, sorry.
Yeah,
got thwacked
looks like
by
I
a
got a hard
branch.
success.
Ooh, okay, yes. So like I said, Sidney wanders around lost, but the other three of you, in between a bunch of trees, you do see a body.
Oh no.
Oh.
The body of a young woman. She's, she has the farm clothes, the blonde hair, like it was spoken. In her clothes are blood stained and they're still wet, so it's been happened recently. And you see the huge hole in her chest. So I would take medicine, biology, first aid to examine.
Will you
the
take
wound.
sanity?
Yes, do a 1d4 sanity loss. Roll your sanity, my bad. Get ahead of myself.
Roll sanity.
Yes.
I got a 55 under 70.
Oh my gosh, 82 over 72. What was the
Oh, just barely.
So
I'm
if you
doing
succeeded,
all
you take
right.
1 damage. If you failed, you got to roll 1d4.
Oh man, 2 sanity.
Just barely.
So
Sister Margaret gasps and crosses herself, but she manages to stand up straight and take a look at what's in front of her, the carnage.
yep, if you're gonna examine the wounds, I need medicine, first aid,
All right, medicine.
or biology.
No,
Nope.
got a failure. But I would know if it resembles
But yes,
the injury of the raccoon.
that is true. It does appear the same, but you can't confirm it through your skill. Just through your, that looks obvious to you.
Could I like maybe pat down the body to see if there were any items she had?
Yeah, she wasn't carrying anything.
Okay. Oh, could I see if the like boot prints from the house, if there's like any boot prints around the area or any sort of prints at all?
The boot prints were bigger. They were of a man, so they were probably of the hobos, not hers.
Okay, I see.
So we've got a dead body in the woods. What are we doing?
I'm sorry. I thought we should look. We shouldn't have looked.
What have we got ourselves into?
We
Should we tell the townspeople?
no, they're gonna think we did it.
We came into town after she was missing, but also we just so happened to stumble upon it. might get the wrong idea. I don't know.
She needs to be returned to her kin. She needs a proper burial. She's a Christian woman. Sister Margaret wrings her hands until she's kind of fighting back a tear.
You're right. We should respect people's wishes. And I'm sure her wishes weren't to be left for coyotes to eat. So we should head back into town. I hate to say it, but maybe we do need to. Maybe we do need to say something.
Would it be better to haul the body with us or to come back for it?
I don't feel much comfortable with that.
We probably shouldn't. We should avoid disturbing it. I don't know. Just in case, like, that links us to it or something. I don't know.
Oh,
We're already linked to it.
I'm gonna read these diary entries again. I need to do something.
It didn't seem like there was a decision made there.
I think Reese is just reading a book.
Okay.
Oh man. Sister Margaret, I think it's your call. Should we head to town to tell them, or I'm happy to try to get the body back to town if that's what you wish.
She says thank you. We should cover the body
There was a
and bring it
tarp,
back to town.
Bring
there
it
was a tarp
back.
back at the.
Let's bring it to the church. I spoke to the priest.
Okay. I'm with you. So there was that tarp covering that, you're right.
Yeah, it's
Sydney.
there's a tarp in the basement covering the chest.
I guess I'll head back to get that if anyone wants to accompany me.
Yeah, I'll go, and yeah, I think we should wrap the body up in the tarp and then maybe tie it off so that it doesn't fall off. Then just put it in the back of the truck bed and bring it back to the church.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And I assume Reese is going with them or staying.
I think I'm gonna have to go. I don't think anyone should separate at this point.
Yeah, that would be.
All right, so you all make your way back to Ross's corner in your Sydney's pickup truck, and you're going right to the church, or
Mhm.
I think so.
and I guess is the sister going in, or
Yeah.
somebody else doing it?
I'm gonna have to
I mean,
do
I assume
this.
the sister.
I'm gonna have to do
Yeah, the
this.
sister would have to. liaise.
I'll go in
Uh,
with her if that's all right with
yeah.
you, Sister
Yeah.
Margaret.
She says thank you, and
Yeah, we'll say it's about 1 o'clock now in the afternoon. You arrive into the humble church again, and you see the preacher. He looks up at you once more and says, "Sister, you've come back."
it's grave news, I'm afraid.
Great. Yeah, he lets you continue. My bad.
We found Miss McFurter, or what's left of her.
You found Maggie? What do you mean? You found what's left of her?
She's no longer with us.
Did animals get her? What happened?
It's not clear, Father. She
Hmm.
was at the house
She was at that old farmhouse. Place is nothing
in
but
the
trouble.
woods nearby.
I don't know how she would have gotten over there, but well, I guess we have to inform the authorities. I don't mean to be cross with you, sister, but I think you and your group would be the prime suspects.
We had no part of it. We had just arrived into town.
Well, you're with the sister. I believe you wholeheartedly, but I don't speak for everyone. The police are just going to draw the quickest line.
Well, you could reach out to the teaching hospital. We have witnesses that would tell you we were there. So
Yes, how many days has she been missing?
She was gone 24 hours.
Yeah, we would have been back in Arkham 24 hours ago.
All right. Well,
Ask my grandmother. I was home.
all
I was
right.
in
Well,
Arkham.
I guess all we can do is tell Paul Peters. He's the guardian of peace here, and I guess the authorities will have to be contacted in Arkham, and whatever happens, happens. I can see you were trying to do the right thing, so we'll say, you guys go outside. Are you done talking to this guy, or
I'm
Yeah,
going.
should we be the ones to report it to the authorities, or how would they be notified?
well, we'll tell Paul Peters. It's the guardian of peace, as I said, and he will contact the Arkham police. All right. So, you going to leave it there? What are you guys doing next?
Oh, we got a lot of time.
You do.
Should we bring the body into the church, or
Oh, yeah, yeah. Body.
Yeah, I'd say if you'd wrap it up in the tarp, you could probably just leave it where we wanted.
All right.
Just here you go.
Not our problem. Shake the blood off and on our way.
Well, it's a small town.
Yeah, there are
Sister
definitely
Margaret
people watching you.
doesn't really understand the chain of custody here, so the reason she went to the priest is because she naturally sees a priest as the
Mhm.
authority, but
hmm
yeah, it's not really clear, probably he's not a coroner here. He's probably not
No way. These are just
probably not even
farm
a
people.
doctor.
Nope. There's probably a farmer that is a doctor at the same time.
I guess, yeah. Could leave it with the church.
Yeah, and they're the ones that will be contacting the authorities, so probably best to leave it with them.
All right, so
There
you
would
guys,
be.
go ahead. You say?
Oh, sorry. Do you think there would be a reason to conduct any more research, or are we just waiting for the time to
Yeah, I'd
strike?
say you have everything you need. You're just waiting for midnight.
Okay, so I think it makes sense if I would do the chanting. She's a nun.
I even
She
have
has
the
some
singing
ranks in
skill
singing,
or
and she
something.
has
Yeah.
ranks in Latin. But if anyone else wants to back me up,
If you could show me how, I'd be happy to dispatch the chemicals into the fire as well, or do the chanting.
yeah, one person dispatch put the chemicals into the fire. So yeah, maybe you could take the what is that? The copper sulfide.
The
hmm
brown powder.
Yeah,
Yes.
copper sulfide, and put that into the fire.
Yep, I'd be happy to do that. I think that leaves the position of, was it Watcher?
Yeah, I suppose I could be Watcher.
Or would you rather be the one to dispatch the chemicals?
I suppose if it's safe, I could perhaps take notes on the process, like Rupert did.
Well, we'd like you to actively participate in the ritual. Um, somebody has to draw as well. That's Reese, right?
Yeah, I'm
Reese
not
is the
sure.
artist.
I'm not actually sure if we have to draw it at the time. I think we can pre-draw it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that has to happen at midnight. I was looking over the notes again, and it just mentions that they had the pentagram drawn out. It doesn't say, and then we started chanting, and then he started drawing. So
No, it would make sense you would do it ahead of time.
yeah.
Less chance of failure. And I guess I could go over the chant with people who are interested in chanting, and they could back me up.
I'd be happy to back you up if you think that's where I would best be served, but I was looking over the documents again, and it says that the summoning the exorcism, like the adjusted ritual, may be used to dispel the vile spirit currently trapped in the attic specifically. Do you think that has any merit, or do you think it would just be the spirit in general, even though it's no longer trapped in the attic? What do we think about this?
It's a bit unclear. It mentions they experienced it escaping at one point.
Well, I think the gold coffin
and I think it's
is a
hunting.
big part of it. It has to
Yeah.
go back into the coffin, and then we close it up. That's just her guess.
Could I make like a psychology check on like the logistics of like the wording, or like an intelligence check or anything like that?
What are you looking for?
To see if like the what's it called? The exorcism specifically says like dispel the spirit trapped in the attic, like specifically in the first paragraph of that summary.
I believe
So I
it
was just
said
trying
I believe it said the wordings were changed to banish it instead of trap it.
to banish it.
Somebody changed the words to make the ritual get rid of it instead of just trap it.
Okay, so it doesn't look like it would need to be in the attic to do that.
All right, are we ready to move back to the farmhouse to prepare or no?
Yeah, let's get
think
this
so.
over with.
All righty. We're back. I guess Reese is drawing it so you can check his. I wasn't going to make anyone do skill checks to set it up because if you didn't have the skills, how are you supposed to do it? But Reese can check his painting if he wants.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start chalking that out. Trying to copy this this graphic that we have here.
So I suppose you all spend a nervous day waiting for the time to tick away. And then midnight arrives, and you have the drawn pentagram. All you need is
guess.
someone to chant and someone to burn, and whatever happens is going to happen.
Yeah, you said there was a matchbox, correct? Like some
Yeah.
matches. Yeah, I'll just
And there was there was definitely firewood in there that wasn't damaged to burn.
yeah, I'll start that up. And so am I dispatching the chemicals, chanting, or being the watcher? What did we decide on?
It sounds like chanting is kind of something shared between whoever's available. So I think I can do it. Everyone except the watcher, I think, can participate at some point. The chemicals guy seems to have kind of two roles, apparently revealing as well as like making the initial smoke. So, I mean, hypothetically, you could also chant at some point later, but I think everyone else can kind of do that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
After
I'm gonna be the lead chanter.
Okay, I'll do the chemicals then, if you're being the watcher. And just to confirm, it's the brown one goes in the fire, the silver one gets thrown toward the spirit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I believe so. It just says that damned powder. It doesn't say silver, but I have to guess that they're different.
Yeah, I don't think it would hurt to just throw some powder at a spirit. I don't know. All right.
No, normally it's a normal thing to do.
Yeah,
Definitely.
completely ordinary.
Yeah. All right, so everyone is ready. Then the hour strikes. I guess Sister Margaret begins her chant, which I won't actually make you chant it. Don't worry. Some time passes. You burned the powder, and then you hear a horrific scream break the night, and it sounds like it's inside of your skull. This scream. I'm going to need a sanity roll. Oh, and from Sister Margaret, I need you to take away 2 magic points as the ritual is drawing from you.
That's 21 under 67.
Okay, you succeeded.
Nice. Do I still take any from that or no?
Yeah, you're gonna take 1 point of sanity damage.
1? Okay.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
failed.
Sister Margaret, you must roll a 1d3 sanity.
Okay.
You've taken 2 sanity damage. And from you, I'm gonna need another roll as the scream it disturbed your chanting. So give me willpower to make sure that you can keep hold on.
Am I able to
Willpower.
like chime in since I've burnt since I see her struggling a little bit?
Yeah, someone new could take up chanting if they wish, but she can continue on if she wants, if she makes the willpower roll.
Well, I'll definitely jump in because it emphasized not.
Yeah, I'd like to
Okay.
jump in if I see her struggling.
Yeah, Sister Margaret is unable to keep up her chant, but I believe I need 2 more sanity rolls, don't I?
What?
I need sanity rolls from the other 2. I don't believe Sidney or Reese rolled.
Lucky me. I got a 46 under 70. Haven't failed a sanity yet, I don't think.
All right, you still take 1
Nice.
point of damage, however. Were you gonna roll, Sidney, or
For
yeah, you never
sorry.
made a sanity roll, I don't believe.
Yeah, I made a sanity roll for
Oh,
the
Then it-
scream.
was it Robert that didn't roll then?
Oh, I rolled. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just getting mixed up.
I had 21 under 66.
Okay. So then you only take 1 point of damage. Okay, and then as we established, the ritual was disrupted. Who's taking up the chanting?
Did you want to take it up, Reese, or should I?
I mean, she can remain chanting. She'll just have to lose more magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to recover, but
Alright.
I could definitely use some backup. Just saying.
Alrighty. Well, I'll try to keep supporting, but I just don't know if Reese's belabored speech counts as an interruption in the chanting or not. Whoa, nor left the tip.
All I need is the lead chanter. That's who will lose the magic.
What is that stat? The magic stat.
Magic points. The ritual is drawing on your magical energies, which obviously you don't know this exists, so you just feel some kind of
Okay.
fatigue or
It
Oh,
comes
okay.
to like a
I
fifth
see.
of your pal is where you
Do
get
I-
the number.
Do I
Okay.
lose Sorry, do I lose 2 more?
if you take up chanting again because you were
Yeah.
disrupted. Yes,
I'm gonna do it again.
because it's going to keep drawing magic out of people
Right.
to sustain this ritual. This is what I'm getting at.
Right.
Okay, so that'll be after another half an hour of chanting, we get everything back together. We go into the next. You kind of hear you hear something outside of the farmhouse, and it says very quietly in a man's voice, can I come back in and get my stuff now?
I
Sorry, my internet is being a bit unstable. What did
Mhm.
we hear?
You hear in the still of the night a man's voice. It speaks up and says, can I have my stuff now?
I guess I'll say back. Do you plan on hitting anybody with furniture legs again?
He's like, no, no, man, I'm really embarrassed about that. Can you just bring me my stuff back out? And I'll be on
You
my
can't
way.
come in.
What? It's not necessary for me to come in. I just need you to bring my hobo stuff out. I'm sure you've seen it.
We're occupied right now. All right. Well,
Well, it's only gonna take a minute. I'll just give you my stuff and I'll leave.
Can I ask, what items did you have?
Oh, it was my hobo bento. I believe I had my knife in there. I had some food. So, basic living stuff.
Uh,
I think there was a matchbook. I really need my
I
stuff, man. Can you bring it out?
I think I just looked to Reese.
All right. Is Sister Margaret chanting still?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She has
Okay.
to keep up the chant, yes.
I kind of want this guy to just go away. And I think I would believe that complying with his request is the easiest way to do that. So I'm going to bundle up all the stuff that we didn't use. And then I guess if it had like something to wrap it in, I'll just grab it, carefully move around so I don't disturb
Mm-hmm.
our circle, and then just chuck it out the nearest like broken window. And as I go to march back in there, I think Reese has a little bit of heart, or at least what he thinks is heart, and goes back to the window, pulls out $10 out of his pocket, chucks that out the window too, and he goes, "You can't come back in here, not for a while. Wait till tomorrow." And then I go back and try to sit down on the floor like I'm supposed to do according to this ritual thing, and just be ready to chant again when necessary.
You hear him again. Well, it's dark out here. Can you put the lantern on where you throw your stuff? My stuff?
Oh,
uh,
you're used to walking around, creeping around at night.
Yeah,
Find
but
it.
I can't see in the dark. Please, sir. Just show me. You kind of hear ruffling in the dirt. He's trying to.
Oh God. Can I
All
just
right. I go shine a light out there if I can, if I have a lantern, and I'll try not to trip.
the hand of the lantern.
Yeah.
Wait, are
as-
you going outside to do that?
No, I'm just
He's
gonna
out the
hold it up
window.
near the window where I
Out the
threw it
window.
out.
Okay.
It's over here.
All right. As Reese is looking out and he shines the light on the hobo, he notices that the hobo has blood all over his shirt, and there's a big hole. You
Oh.
notice that he's not alive anymore. I'm gonna need a sanity roll.
Oh, sweet. Is his heart missing by chance?
Yes, that would be your assumption. As you see the big hole once more.
Heck
He's
yeah,
not
dude.
Oh,
still
no.
standing, is he? He's just like,
No, he's moving
Okay.
around. You realize this is a corpse that's moving.
oh,
Awesome.
And he's
I
clearly
see.
talking.
I failed my first sanity roll, 87 over 70.
All right, I need you to make a
Yeah.
1d6.
Yeah. 3 sanity.
All right, though you are obviously disturbed, but you managed to hold it together beyond that. And,
You need a doctor.
and then here the creature stops talking as the game is up and just stares.
Reese, what is it? Did he get his stuff?
Sure. He's missing something else though. His ticker.
His heart's missing?
What?
Yeah. One of the victims, but he's walking and talking.
And as you're having this conversation, you hear the thudding against the front door as he's slamming against it.
Can I like shove a shelf against it? Is there like a well, I'm not very strong.
Yeah, I'll try and help shove. I am also not very strong, but I can help.
Oh,
I don't think there was a shelf in here.
Or is there like a
There's-
chair we could stick under the door handle or
I would say
something?
you could put the tables there. Everything else, all the furniture is it's all rotted away. It's not gonna provide any sort of. I don't think you want to touch it either, and it'd be very gross in your hands.
Yeah, sure. The table works as long as it's not like interrupting the circle or anything.
Wait a minute. That's the distractions. We need to go sit down. Those are the spirits. Watcher, you're supposed to be on this.
But what if he
I
gets in
watch.
here?
We have
Shoot
to
him.
trust that he
Oh.
won't.
Whoever said, what if he gets in here? Roll your intelligence.
Oh, okay. That's an 84. My int is 80. How does luck work? Can I use 4 to get to an 80?
You absolutely can if you wish.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll take away 4.
What roll were you making?
Intelligence.
Just straight intelligence.
Oh,
So that gets to 80, so that's a success.
As you asked that, you remember that there were those carvings all around the first floor.
Oh, that's such a good point. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right, Reese. I think we're safe in here as long as we don't
All right.
open the doors or anything.
yeah, we got to be aware. The raccoon will probably come back too.
Oh, God.
Alrighty, then that moves us along to the next half an hour of 1 in the morning. I suppose Sister Margaret keeps up her chant.
Yeah.
It sucks out 2 more magic points from you yet again. You weren't disrupted, so that's fine. And as you hear the zombie just keeps smashing against the door, but it does not seem to be answered. And then you you smell rather something awful. It smells like feces and vomit all mixed together. And I'm gonna need a luck roll from everybody.
Luck roll,
just
you say.
use some luck. Okay.
No.
Great.
All right, here we go. Luck roll. Nice. 38 under 60.
Oh,
no. 69 over 26.
Nice.
25 over 35, or 75 over 35.
So everyone failed except for Reese, is what I'm hearing. So
Yeah.
you all
So-
begin to that smell, it increases, then you feel the burning that hits you, drops on you, hits you. Everyone who failed their luck roll, make a 1d2. As some sort of invisible acid is falling upon you. And you begin to burn wherever it touched for 1d2 damage.
2 damage. Ouch.
1 damage.
Okay, Sister Margaret, you have been disrupted once more. You're gonna have to roll Constitution to keep up your chant.
Constitution.
Yep, because you're hit
Okay.
physically this time.
All right. Success.
All right,
Nice.
the ritual has not been disrupted.
Nice. Can I
Demons in the
do a
walls.
medicine check on I guess Reese?
I think 3 of you were hurt. So
Yeah. I don't think
Reese
any of
wasn't
this-
hurt.
Oh, Reese wasn't her. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sydney was
How
hurt for
about
1 damage.
Sydney?
Me
Yeah.
and
You can
Oh.
anyone who's not shandy can make a first aid if they choose on it, whatever they want, as you wait for the next half an hour to go by.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just
and
try to do a medicine check on
Except for Sister Margaret, she is busy chanting.
oh man. That's terrible.
Nice.
ow, ow, ow.
91
Guess
over
Your own fingers
something.
probably sting as you touch the wound.
Yeah. I think I just was offering him like a flask or something that I just happen to have. It just
Yeah, I drink a little bit. But not much.
Is anyone else trying to heal anybody, or are you moving on?
I'm not a doctor, but if the sister wants to step out, I can jump in to give her a break.
It's up to her.
No.
No, she continues her chant.
She's gonna keep going.
All right, so are we moving to the next half hour?
I mean, for lack of anything better to do, I think I'll join. I don't know if doubling up does anything or is bad, but I just figure I'll try it just in case she gets distracted again. I want someone to be chanting, so that's kind of my logic.
You can. It'll take the magic points from you as well, and her. It's just gonna take it
Fine
from
with
both of you. All right.
Yeah.
So the next half an hour passes, and it'll take 2 magic points from the chanters. So they give their magic energies to this, and they don't know the magic energy would exist, but you feel fatigue come on you, especially Sister Margaret, who's down by half her MP now,
Yeah.
I'll drop to 12.
which is not really a big deal. But, all right, so we are at 1:30 in the morning, which was supposed to take 2 hours, I believe. All right, as the next part, you guys hear more stuff coming up from the ceiling. And the attic hatch, it slams open, and you hear 3 thuds hit the ground.
I look over to try and see what it is. I got.
They are the dead bodies of 3 opossums, and they began to twitch and move as after they hit the ground.
Oh, no.
They lurch upwards into unlife, and you're in combat.
Oh crap! I thought there were runes on the. I thought there were runes on the hatch too.
Maybe because they were already inside. Oh
Maybe.
wait, well, I guess they fell through gravity, so maybe it doesn't count.
Well, they weren't alive when he threw it in. They revived them after he threw them in.
Yeah, okay.
He cheated.
Eating bastard.
All right, so they have 40 dexterity, which means they're going to go last before everyone, I believe. So anyone can break off if they wish. I will allow that.
Continues.
Yeah, Sidney can take my zombie.
Zombie.
That's all right.
I got kind of an idea if you didn't want to go first.
So we'll go. Reese, do you continue chanting or do you break away?
I'm going
to
to keep
attack?
on chanting. You guys are free to go.
All right, then that
I
brings us
gotta
to
do my
Sidney.
job as the watcher. Could I grab one of the fire pokers and brandish it as a weapon?
Of course you can. We'll make it 1d4 damage as it's pretty rusty.
Yeah, it's better than punching. I'm not a very strong lad. All right, and would that be my turn, or would I be able to do anything to like prep?
Yeah,
for
I'll
an
let you
attack?
grab it then attack. It's fine.
Okay. Is there any option to like defend or whatever, or do I just attack?
Well, it's your turn, so you either attack or do nothing, basically.
Okay, I'll just attack the closest opossum then.
Okay, the opossum chooses to fight back, so roll our attacks.
Ooh, hard success.
All
Oh
right,
man.
it got an 88, so it did terribly. Let's say you put the poker right through its head and it impales it onto the wall.
Smash.
Yeah, so you did 2 damage.
Ugh.
So yeah, you sever it partially with its head, but its head it's holding on to one little bit strand of flesh to the side.
Does
You know what I also forgot to do? I forgot to do the sanity loss. So yeah, everyone needs to roll sanity, my bad.
sanity?
Oh,
Okay.
I got too excited with my zombie opossums.
At a 71,
Totally
I
valid.
just barely failed.
Yes, you take 1.
I'm
47.
good. 36 under
Ooh,
66.
hard success. I'm
Alright.
doing good on sanity. It's the one thing I'm doing good on. And I guess hitting an opossum.
Yeah.
Oh,
God,
damn it.
what'd you get, sister? Okay, I'm gonna need a 1d6 from you.
Oh man.
1d6, huh? Okay.
Take any on a success or no?
Yeah, everyone takes 1 damage on success.
Okay.
I'm fine.
So you take 2, and then you can either roll your sanity to keep chanting, or roll your willpower to keep chanting, or let it go because you know Reese is there. It's up to you.
No,
All right, it
hard
doesn't-
success on my
it doesn't-
willpower.
The zombie possum doesn't stop you. You're still chanting.
Sorry, Zom Possum? All right.
I'm just having fun. I'm sorry.
No. That was funny.
Smudge let me have zombie opossums.
Zombie opossum lips.
Okay, so then we go to Sister Margaret. It is your turn. You continue chanting, I suppose. All right, then we go to Robert Cross. What are you doing?
I think Robert clocks the chest with like the runes engraved on it, or like the etchings. And would there be a way to like slam that closed around one of them or 2 of them somehow? Like try to trap them in the chest?
That'll be a maneuver. Yeah, you're trying to pick it up with the
I mean,
chest.
one
Okay.
you said one did get like pinned onto a wall.
Yeah, you hit one and it severed its head partially.
Yeah, so that one's probably weakened. So I don't know if you want to like study.
I don't
it or
know. Would
something.
it like I don't know. I'd like to try to trap one of the ones that are like full health or like one of the I don't know. How would that maneuver work?
Well, it's just a
You-
maneuver. You
I'm-
declare what you're doing. I guess you could just grab it and hope for the best one. Yeah, it's an opossum. It's like you're gonna suplex it or something.
Yeah. I just want to try to
Well,
like
I mean, a
slam it
suplex would be
shut in the
great,
chest.
actually. Honestly, you should maneuver it because you should have. I mean, you're bigger than it, so you should have an advantage.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
true.
do that. Like?
It has.
Sorry, I'm kind of new to this system. What do I like? It's just a D100, right?
Yes,
then-
you roll your fighting brawl because it uses your same attack, and the maneuver is successful or it's not.
Okay.
And you will have 2 bonus dice.
96. And then how did the bonus dice work?
You can just roll it again twice since you didn't
Okay.
put it into that.
You roll an extra 10s for each bonus that you have, and you take the best since it's advantage,
Yeah.
or you take
Oh.
the worst if it was not.
Yes, you take the
If they're
You-
penalty dice, sorry.
how about you just re-roll and you do a C roll, and you do 2B, I think, for
White
bonus.
slash C roll and then
Yeah,
2
2B. Yeah,
2B.
it'll factor it in.
Okay. 64. I don't think that works because is
No.
it brawl?
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
that
think
does
you
not.
still have to specify the number T, right?
I mean, you
You can.
but that just
We know what he
automatically
has. Yeah.
determines it.
Well, unfortunately, it rolled a 35, so it bites your hand back.
Ah,
And I believe it has, what does it do? It does 1d3 minus 2, so it just does 1 damage to you.
gotcha. Ouch. That didn't work.
As you grab this opossum and it just bites you in the hand. Your cool idea didn't work.
Aw, man.
That puts us back. I guess it will be the opossum's turn now. And they're going to continue on going after Robert. They have 40 brawl to reach. You're going to attack Robert. Are you dodging or are you going to?
Yeah, I'll dodge.
All right. They rolled 100. You failed. They fumbled.
Oh,
So we will have the second zombie opossum with 40 brawl. It's going to go after Reese.
Okay.
Are you going
Sweet.
to dodge or fight back?
I think I'm going to fight back. Imagine Randy Orton stomp, since you brought up wrestling.
You're going to try to curb stomp the zombie.
I'm going to try to, basically stomp it, counter stomp.
And this does take you out of the chant. You aware of that?
Yeah, I don't think I mean, I could let it bite me, but I figure not.
Yeah.
Do I have bonus dice or penalty dice on this?
No, because you're just fighting. You're not doing a maneuver.
Oh, that's right. That's not. I'm just fighting back at something. Okay. I got an 87, which is a failure.
You got a 56, so you both go after each other and you both miss somehow.
I snap at it
You
aggressively.
do your stomp, but it can't get any bite onto your boot, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the third one, we'll go after Sidney. Or will you fight back or will you dodge?
I think I'll just dodge because that would be a higher skill. Got a 35, which is a failure.
Once again, you both fail as it comes forward, and you don't succeed in dodging, but somehow it doesn't hit you. And that would put us back to the top of the round with the Reese's turn.
Ready? Since I've already broken the chant, I'm just gonna scream. I can't decide if I'm Southern or Canadian, and I try to stomp the zombie opossum that I was mixing it up with. I imagine we're kind of circling each other.
All right.
And
second one.
I tried to I like Gengar versus Machoke in the opening Pokemon game. I try to just punch it.
Okay.
Get his ass. I got a 12, which is actually a success.
There we go.
It shows the fight back. It got 27.
It's a
you win on
hard
the tie.
success. He's gonna fight back on me.
Yep. And you
Nice.
won. So you can
Nice.
roll your damage.
Okay, I have no damage bonus, so I just do a straight D3. A 1. Yay!
All right. You chose the one that attacked you. So that's this one. There you go. I don't know why it messed up the damage, but that puts us back to Sidney.
All right. I think I'm gonna recover from my clumsy dodge and attempt an attack on the third one because that's the one that attacked me, right?
That's true.
All right.
It will fight back.
Oh no.
Nope, it got a 43, so it needs the 40. You both, and once again, nobody's doing anything. And the sister is still going to chant, so.
I got one good hit, and then I'm just Looney Tunes.
And then we're back to Robert with his failed plan to put it in the chest in the bit hand.
I mean, I guess I'll just try to shoot one of them.
All right, are you shooting 1, 2, or 3?
The healthiest.
Shoot. Yeah.
Do the healthy one.
Yeah, I'll do the healthy one, sure.
All right, it will do nothing, so you just have to roll your firearms, and you'll succeed or you'll fail.
All right. 28. Crap. I could use luck.
Up to you.
Yeah, you should use luck.
Think
You
so.
can't use. Can you use luck on combat rolls?
Oh, no,
you can,
can't.
yes, you can.
Wait,
yes.
what?
Yep, absolutely can.
It would be.
I was thinking of pushed rolls.
Yeah,
It would be 8 luck. I don't know. I guess.
All right.
I guess I'll burn 8 luck. Sure.
So you're gonna go down to 22 luck. All right. So
Oh
roll the
no,
con-
I'm at 26, so I'm going down to
Oh,
like 18.
Oof.
Uh, so it's 1d10 damage. That's oh man, brutal. Only
only a
2
two?
damage.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, you put a hole right through
Absolutely brutal.
the zombossum's forehead, and it's still alive.
It says number of attacks 1 and then in parentheses 3. What does that mean?
Means you can make multiple attacks with the penalty die.
You have
Oh,
to roll each one separate, I think.
Mm-hmm. And they're all made at a penalty die because you're choosing to attack more than once.
I
You're
see.
basically like bam, 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 bam.
I see. Okay.
Are we doing that or are you moving on?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. Sorry.
All right, well, that is unfortunately back to the zombossums. Uh, so number one, I believe, was free. So he's going to attack Sidney, who's hit him with the poker. You fight back or you dodge.
I'm gonna dodge because that's what I'm better at.
Okay. All right, you definitely dodged the thing this time. Number two, I believe was with Reese. He's going to attack you. He's rolled. Will you fight back or dodge?
I'm sorry, were people talking to me?
Yep,
Yeah.
zombie apostle number two attacked you. Will you fight back or
Okay,
dodge?
I'm definitely gonna try to fight back. I'm gonna see if I can grab a hold of its tail while that's happening. I got a 38, which is a failure on my brawl.
All right, it got a 39. It needs a 40, so you've been hit. You take 1 damage as you try to grab his tail, and you can see it bites your hand as well.
All right.
I think this is the only gaming group I've been in where none of the characters are good at fighting.
I'm
Do
so
they
bad.
hang
That
on
as well.
when they bite me? Do they hang on?
No, he lets go. He didn't do a maneuver, so he's not hanging on.
Not a very strong grip.
Yeah, I didn't make a strong boy either.
That's why everyone was like, "You want guns? Yeah, go ahead, take guns, guys. It's cool." Well, if failures keep happening, I'll just make damage happen anyways, so we can move this along. We have zombie number 3. I believe it was attacking Robert still. Will you fight back or dodge?
I'll fight back this time.
Alrighty. Roll.
When you fight back, does it have to be a brawl or can you use a weapon to fight back?
You cannot fight back with a gun though,
Okay, okay.
because you're in close combat, I guess.
I see.
Melee.
Oh, crap. 18 under 25.
Is that a hard success or a regular success?
Just regular success.
Well, then unfortunately, it rolled a 30 and attacker wins on ties.
Oh,
So
well,
you
that's
take
great.
you take 1 damage.
That's just awesome.
Oh boy. I didn't really think this was gonna be this long. I forgot you guys are in combat. My bad. All right, Reese, with your failed curb stall. What's next?
Okay. I'm gonna try to grab the tail of one of them. And I'd like to try to swing it around over my head and just launch it out a window.
Okay, that'll be a maneuver. He's gonna fight back against it.
Alrighty. Do I get a bonus die for size or no?
Yeah, because he's 2 sizes under you, so you get 2 of them.
So I got 2 50s. Let me re-roll one of those. Another 50. So 56.
Unfortunately, I got a 12.
Yeah, that was a failure on my brawl anyway. Which I
So-
think it still uses your brawl, right?
Yeah, it's still fighting brawl with maneuvers.
Nice. Well,
So I guess
not a combat boy.
I guess it kicks at your face as it comes down as you grab it.
It scratches my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Take
like,
another
"Ow,
point of damage. All
Oh
right,
man.
Cindy, please
this
roll
thing's gonna
five
cut
for
me
the
to
zombies.
death."
Oh god. Okay, I guess I'll go for the one that I attacked first. Oh boy.
We can spell luck, guys. Remember. I guess it's not good for you guys. With the other guy.
Speaking of
16.
which, I think I'm gonna spend luck because I'm 4 points off. So I will spend 4 points of luck to make it a normal success.
He has rolled a 42, so he's failed.
Stab the bastard.
You're the one with the poker, right?
Yes, I have the poker. Oh, right. Gotta roll that.
1d4, I believe I put it at.
1d4 minus 1.
Come on, big number.
Ah!
Oh my gosh.
Which one did you
This-
attack?
This is shrimply unbelievable.
This is crazy.
Did you attack the first, second, or third one?
I attacked the first one because it attacked me.
Well, just for the sake of our sanity at this table, I'm going to say because its head was already halfway off, you barely managed to get it the rest of the way, and it falls dead. Just for the sake
Thank
of
you.
this song, at least. So one is down. It twitches. It's even as deaf, it's still twitching, but it can't do anything. I believe. And then sister's chanting, so that goes back to Robert.
I'll just take another shot at the opossum with 1 damage.
Yeah. Alrighty. You all get to use all your firearms. It can't do anything.
Is it with advantage or not with advantage?
We'll give you a point blank advantage. A bonus die. One bonus die.
Okay. What was it? Slash roll D. Was it B2? So it was.
I think it's 1B.
Yeah, or
1B.
just B. I think just B works as well.
Yeah, actually one.
Okay. Sorry. There we go. Nope.
So you missed?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Just a whiff.
I guess
All right.
the bullet goes wide and out the window.
Man.
Alrighty. I guess the zombie opossum number 1 is going to go after Reese.
Nice.
Do you fight back or dodge?
I am going to fight back.
All right, roll them. Because we're not meant to be the final boss, but here we
I
go.
I got a 17 this time, which is actually a success.
I got an 82, so it failed. You may roll your damage.
Wait, I'm going to roll a D3 on it. I got a 4, which would be a 2.
All right, that puts it at 3, which has been my threshold. So that zombie, I guess you what? What did you do to it? Just stomp it down?
Yeah, I think what I actually do is I'll hold my hand down low and I'll wait for it to lunge at my hand,
Yeah.
and then I just punch its face.
All right, we'll
Like
say
a
that.
state.
We'll say since it jumped at you, it just flies out the window. Defeated in the grass somewhere.
I uppercut a possum.
A zombie possum.
All right, I guess we're back to Sidney.
All right, I guess I'm going after the other possum.
Gonna fight back.
Oh boy.
A possum TPK would be amazing.
It was looking like that for a second. I was getting worried.
Ah,
Yeah.
I miss the possum.
Alrighty, since there's been so many failures and you both missed, I'm gonna say you both take a point of damage. So it gets its hand stuck on it gets its jaw stuck on your hand, and you shake it, and the old ruined flesh comes away, and its head falls off, and it's no more.
I trip and smack it.
Oh my god. Thought that'd leave you like 3 rounds. Not bad, guys. Alrighty, after that very wild freaking hour against half an hour against zombie opossums. Sister Margaret's gonna keep up her
Absolutely
chant.
buying a gun after this.
I did say you could have guns if you wanted though.
I know it wouldn't make sense for his character to have a gun though,
Alrighty.
or previously. Now it does.
Yeah, you never know when I'll run into possums again.
Okay, after this Evil Dead like carnage, everything goes quiet for a while. Then you sort of hear thuds outside. You hear the roar of a bear. So it begins to beat against the wall, and you fear that the wall is going to collapse. You're going to need a sanity rolls again for everybody.
I ain't fighting no zombie bear. What the
Well,
hell?
it is outside, luckily.
Fortunately, I got a 21 under 63.
All right, so you only take 1 point of sanity loss.
Ooh,
Everyone's still going
Uh,
to take 1 if they fail.
42 under 65. Just take 1.
I failed. So how much do I take again?
Just 1. All right, I guess the sister's the only one who saved, and she. Oh, wait. Sidney failed.
I say
Sorry.
Yeah, I failed.
So you're gonna need a 1d6.
Oh, I asked.
Yeah, I'm getting voices confused. I'm carried away with zombie.
Yeah, it's
possums.
fair. I'm tired. Tired too. Oh!
Oh no.
Ooh,
Okay,
it's
so I'm
actually
down
gonna
to 41. Ah,
Yeah, the 5 points of sanity lost is a bout of madness.
So
oh no,
brutal.
and I am 1 point away from that 5th per day thing. Oh no.
Are you? Oh crap! All right, I'm
Wait,
gonna roll-
fifth?
Madness.
What's
Yeah.
5th per day?
There's a
You-
thing that's listed as like if you take a 5th of your sanity per day.
Yeah, because your mind can't take the constant loss. All right, I rolled an 8. Unfortunately, that means you must flee in panic for 5 turns.
Oh crap.
Oh gee.
So yes, you'll have to run out the door.
Wait, I have to
Okay.
run out the. Wait, what did you say?
You're gonna have to flee in panic. Either down, I guess you can go down the cellar. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought I heard you say you have to run out the door, and I was like, oh. So yeah, I flee into the cellar. I'm just like, nope.
Guess you got very lucky. Alrighty, so that was really the only thing that was going to happen with the bear. Is it just another sanity loss? Is it trying to keep screwing up your heads?
How long
Yeah,
does
can't
that
take
last?
everything.
The having to flee.
I rolled 5, so 5.
5 turns.
But as a half an hour
Oh.
has passed, essentially, we're gonna skip past that. So Sidney, what is your background, anyways? So I can amend the background if I want. We're gonna say as you fled, you took out that picture of your parents that you have in your wallet and you ripped it up. And
No!
so you must delete that from your possessions.
Dang, that's rough.
Yeah, I could have done way worse, but okay.
That's also true. That's
I
also
was
true.
expecting like a fear of possums or something.
An
Alrighty.
incurable fear of marsupials.
Valid.
So we suck the final 2 MP away from the sister as the ritual nears its end, and you hear outside in a raspy voice, "If I can't leave, you can't leave." And you start to hear sizzling all around like drawn as a circle around the farmhouse with the visible acid. And as we continue, we see a wisp of oily smoke curls down from the ceiling and it twists into the pentagram. Does the sister react to this? As I'm pretty sure she's in the center.
Okay, so the all of the implements are in the chest, right?
Implements? Then they take it all out to do the ritual.
Yeah, I think we removed it for the ritual. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we like emptied it out to store a possum. Or try to store a possum.
Well, who else is still here? I know somebody fled to the basement. I think somebody else should pick up the flask of silver and throw
Yeah,
it at
I was
the
gonna
thing.
say. Yep, I was gonna do that as soon as you were done. Yeah, I'll pop open the silver powder and throw it at it.
Oh dear. Okay. You see it revealed a twisting sparkle of tentacles and maws and fangs, and you can't actually get a look at what this thing is as it just twirls around. And yeah, you did just trigger a sanity roll for everybody as you revealed it for a few seconds.
Well, I guess
think I
I
would've-
shouldn't have done that.
Would I have left the
Oopsies.
base?
Sweet. I failed another one. 80. Over 60.
36 and
I think I would have left the
64.
basement, yeah, so
Yeah, it was a half an hour that passed between each of the stages I put.
yeah.
So everyone who passed, you take 1. Anyone who fails, I need a 1d8.
Boy.
1d8.
1d8?
1d8.
This is
Ah,
I got
My
lucky.
poor
I only rolled a
boy.
2.
my poor boy.
Oh no.
so let's do
This
that.
is I'm going
but
crazy.
that is my 5th point of sanity loss.
Ooh.
I have
I
taken
lost 5 in one day.
So I guess Reese and Sidney are both temporarily insane.
I have taken
Definitely
14 in one day.
Alright,
So I
so-
think I'm in. Wait, what is it?
Yeah, you're in.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Uh,
All right,
Wait,
so
I've lost 9 total. What is that? Does that have anything?
you have what, 70? I don't think 70 is enough.
I have to lose 14 for
Yeah,
something to
14.
happen?
Yep.
Okay.
You are good. So Reese, I'm gonna roll a d10. I got a 2. That means you become blind. This is
I can't see anything.
Wait. The painter has become blind. Oh,
Are
that's
there any more opossums in here?
Although it's only for 2 hours or 2
Okay.
turns. I guess we'll say 2 turns because we're all together. And I believe Sydney's next.
your brain just stops processing stuff.
I rolled a 3.
boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
my poor boy.
3 is violence. Red mist descends.
I stabbed the Eldrittor.
They explode into. Oh yeah, I'll let you choose your target, but if you attack it will attack you back.
I feel like that's the only target that would be attacked, but I don't want to instantly be killed.
As you see this twirling mass of claws and fangs, you know if you put your hand in there, you're gonna lose. If not your life, at least an arm.
I mean, I have the fire poker, I would assume, or I could like grab it.
That is true.
'Cause-
And this thing, it is a creature. It is going to fight back.
Uh,
We could lose a party member here. It's up to you.
Shit, I don't know.
I mean, I'm surprised we all made it this far.
Okay, I'm gonna stab it with the fire poker. Screw
Oh
it.
God.
It chooses to fight back. Roll it.
We ball. Ah!
Oh no.
Well, luckily for you, it has a 70 and it rolled a 77. So I
Okay.
guess you slip and you fall away in your insanity. But you are insane for a couple more turns though. Yeah, four. You're insane for you have to do 3 more attacks.
Just try and
Oh.
stab the
Because
demon.
technically
Oh
we are
no.
in combat. You're gonna try to attack the demon each time or no?
Uh, I mean, I don't know.
It's
Are you able to
entirely
just like punch me?
Well, yeah,
You
well,
can
if he has
just
the fire poker in his hand, I'm gonna roll if he attacks, it has to use the
oh
fire
I
well
guess
poker.
I could try and punch whoever's nearest
He is
if like
insane. He's using the poker.
oh
yeah, or like first instinct is attack the demon, but then it's more like going into just violence.
All right, so who's it gonna be?
I'll take an attack like one of them if you want. I don't care.
Well, I'm insane for a bit.
If you want to make one of the attacks on me, I'm cool with it.
Okay, sure. Let's just say he's
I'm
close, and
gonna
I try
try
and
not
punch him.
to.
He's the
I think
closest,
you
I
have to use the
suppose.
poker.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna
we're
roll. You
gonna
have to
do.
use the poker. It was in your hand.
Okay, I
So
try stabbing him with the poker or slash him.
do you dodge or do you fight back?
Oh, I gotta fight now. I'm gonna dodge. Try to dodge out of the way.
All right, roll it up.
Don't
Uh,
worry, you can dodge. You can dodge me. I am terrible at. Oh, sorry. I am
oh
terrible at
crap.
fighting.
16 under 25.
Holy crap!
And I rolled an 87
Let's go.
over 25.
I think like I think Robert sees him starting to take like go a little mad and like take swings toward this thing. So he tries to like push him and like get him away from it a little bit and just like gets swung at and tries to like dodge back.
All right, that puts us. I guess there wasn't really a turnover established. Somebody want to try to stop him, or
Uh
I'm cuckoo. So
yeah, you're blind. You don't know. You
yeah,
don't
I
even
guess
understand what's happening.
I don't know. I guess I'll try to restrain him so he can't make the last attack.
I am a 5'4" small guy with low strength. You'll do fine.
I'm a tall, gangly guy with low strength. So
I mean, I
Alright.
think you'd still win.
is that a maneuver?
Yeah, I'll say
Okay.
you hold him down if you succeed.
Okay. So it'd be my brawl.
Yep, you roll your brawls against each other.
Oh, not good.
So what you both failed?
Yeah, both failed.
Yeah, you both wrestle for one another. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Just slip out
Well,
each other's grass. So make one more attack, Sydney, and we'll end this.
were you doing it at me or at the horror?
I guess at you because we're currently wrestling.
All right. I'll dodge, I guess. Um, I failed the dodge, but I think you failed the hit
Yeah,
too.
okay, so you both fail, and he regains control of himself finally. All right, Sister Margaret, as this whole scuffle was going on, what does your mother look like?
She resembled me. We had the same eyes. We had the same auburn hair.
Well, then that is what you see when you look into the circle, the swirling mass after the powder wears off and these guys go nuts and fighting. You see your mother. She's standing there.
Um,
She holds
she
she
begins.
holds her hands out to you to be held.
She Margaret's voice is raw from hours of chanting. She begins to cry and she says, the devil can take pleasing forms." She tries to turn her head, tries to avert her gaze.
All right, and it turns away from you as it gets nowhere. And who is your meaningful person, Robert?
It was also my mother. It was Marianne Cross, but you could also it could also be my father,
Yeah, I was gonna say your
probably
father
late
died,
father.
and that is what you see. You see your father.
I think he just looks like an older version of Robert with just like probably like a stronger build though and like graying like salt and pepper black hair.
You hear in a whisper voice, "I'm proud of you supporting our family, son. I can make it so that you never need money again.
Oh God,
I
that's
know,
like
I know where riches lie everywhere in this world. All you have
that's
to do is break the circle."
that's everything I've ever wanted, and yet I know it's a lie. I try to avert my gaze too.
I don't think Reese has a person. Oh, I guess Reese will see his sister Penelope. We talked to on the phone.
I have a sister, I have a mother, and I also have a deceased father. So whichever one.
Yeah, I think I like the deceased father. Typically goes after you with something. I don't really see it on your sheet though, so I don't say.
Yeah, it's weird. I got part of it cut off, but it should be under treasured possessions as his father's tie, which sort of
Ah,
hints at the father. It's not under significant people. My
okay.
understanding was they had to be alive to be significant people.
No, that's completely fine. I just, I don't know what the temp of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see,
Um,
yeah, you see your father, and he stands there, and he sees your tie. He says, "Wouldn't you like me to be back alive and wearing that instead of you?
oh,
I do know where spells
creatures
lie."
don't rise from the. Well, there was the hobo.
It motions towards
The
the
hobo
the zombie opossums.
rose from the dead.
I
They
know where all the
live.
spells lie. They can raise your father from the dead. All you have to do is
Oh,
break the circle, and they're all yours.
I live
Uh,
once more.
where's the circle? I feel around like I'm Velma.
You just hear laughter, and it seems to go into your mind. All you have to do is thrash about. You'll get it.
Okay, father. I just start flopping around like a
So
fish.
you're gonna break the circle.
I'm not going to try to break the circle, but I mean, you guys are going to see me flopping around.
So
Unless if do I need to make some kind of roll to resist it, or
no, it's not even doing anything other than talking to you.
okay. Um, I figure just because I just had a bout of madness, I figure I'll play along with it a little bit more than everybody else.
That's true, but it only made you blind technically. So
And I'll just kind of search around on the ground, and then before you know it, I just start talking in German to myself. Just be like, Entschuldigung, eingestalten. But I won't actually try to break the circle. But
all right.
yeah, I suppose that could be a risk just because I'm flopping around blind.
You can roll your luck, I suppose, see if it actually
Uh,
works.
sh- sure.
And
Oh
if you,
crap.
if you succeed, it doesn't break. How about that?
Okay, I got a 55 under 60.
All right, your insane thrashings don't stir the circle. I guess we skip past Sidney because he went out. I don't know if he's back or not.
I am here. I am
All right, then we
present.
will
I live.
take it back and we'll say you see Merryweather in the circle as you knew him when he was younger. He's full of life once more. And he looks at you and says, I know where all the treasures and pyramids in Egypt lie. I can bring you to all of them. You'll be the greatest archaeologist who ever lived.
I guess Sidney would just stare, like not knowing what's going on after the rage madness.
Yes, but you've calmed down. You're still fairly unhinged, but you're not violent anymore.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah. He just kind of stares confused, like what is going on, you know?
Well, then all that's to do is to keep the chant going, as I suppose we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You hear that same howl you heard when you began the ritual, and you hear, I will come back. I will kill your family. I will kill everyone you care about. And it slowly disappears into nothing. And the ritual it goes dead. It's vanished.
Did we do it?
Is
Sister Margaret collapses in the center of the pentagram and just starts sobbing quietly.
I I saw my late father. He made me a promise of riches and safety for my family if I broke the circle, but I believed it to be a lie, so I didn't do it. Did you guys see people close to you?
Yeah, I saw Merryweather.
The thing was deceitful, clever, and tricky, and said all the right things. But it seems we're free of it. Does it seem like we're free of it? Like, does it feel like the atmosphere is lifted, or like if I don't know?
Yeah, you'd feel sort of a relief. You definitely would confirm that the ritual was successful. You can just kind of feel it.
Margaret, are you all right?
She kind of stops sobbing for a second and then looks up at you and just nods very weakly.
Perhaps we should get out of this place and head back into town, see if there's any inn or motel or anything.
Yeah, we can fade out here unless somebody wants a some kind of ending
Seems like a
scene.
good.
Can I see again or no?
Yeah, I'll say you can see now.
All right. I'll run out the front door, onto the porch, and I'll just probably lean over whatever banister was there, breaking it under my weight, as I just start to hurl projectile vomit onto the tall grass outside the farmhouse. And every time I look up and try to say something, more just comes. Ugh.
Oh,
I go, we
God.
shouldn't have.
So we'll fade out. We'll fade out the Gable and then
Oh, wow.
vomiting.
That's a great note to end on.
Yeah, that's what a good image.
All right. Great image of hope and
You
victory
just have one of those like
over
cartoon circle
unthinkable-
closing in
thinkable
on
horrors.
him over the.
And then it opens back up right when it's almost closed, so it can do it again.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.